have a hit piece go out on the show like that, it's absolutely frustrating.
Scottie Scheffler is the inevitable.
Look at who LeBron's had to go against. There was no team anywhere close to the Golden State Warriors in their prime going against Jordan.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Dan's Golf World Show. Another week on our hands that we get to claim that Scottie Scheffler won.
Scottie!
Who would have seen that coming?
Underdog.
I mean, talk about a fairy tale story. You know what? I imagine it's not easy to win the BMW championship when you only have 2 majors this year under your belt. Wow. You know, I read a comment. It was on TikTok or Instagram or something. I don't remember. I scroll too much when I'm going to the bathroom. They called him the inevitable.
Was he
Scottie
Thanos?
Scheffler is the inevitable. Is that a thing?
So when Thanos snapped, he goes, "I am inevitable."
Wow.
Yeah.
We've reached Marvel a minute into the show. It's gotta be a record.
Immediately. Wow. I do feel like, though, it's very fitting for Scottie Scheffler to be called the inevitable.
Yeah.
I mean, here he is, 4 strokes back, coming into the final day. No problem. Not an issue.
Never is.
It never is. What kind of watch is he wearing there? Nice little orange face on it.
I like that.
Nice.
I don't know.
Little Rolly.
Little Rolly. I like that. Did you guys hear that interview from Rory McIlroy? They're like, what was the first expensive thing you bought with your money, whatever? He was like, I bought this watch. It was super gaudy, covered in diamonds. Like, do you remember what it was? He was like, I do, but it's not the brand I'm sponsored from currently, so I won't say the name of the watch.
That's funny.
Okay, nice. Well, I imagine Scottie probably has a decent sponsorship for that orange face watch.
yeah.
Not that he needs it, because he has once again claimed himself another $3.6 million down at the old BMW. Not a bad week. I will say, though, Robert McIntyre looked like he had a chance. He was putting a good round together, couple rounds. You know what I mean? Saturday. Here's the thing. Here is the one thing that I took away from Robert McIntyre's play. Though he was leading, was 3-stroke lead, 4-stroke lead, something like that going into Sunday. It looked a little bit like, as I call, he was riding on a roller coaster without a seatbelt. He was holding on for dear life.
Yeah.
He was. I mean, there was moments we saw, he pipes his drive off the tee. It goes wicked left, and he's just hammering one out of the shrubbery.
I have the video.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, let's roll. Let's take a look at his holding on for dear life moment here. Yeah, dude, he's deep. Look at this.
Jeez.
I have a lot of guys I've golfed with that hit from that same spot at every course.
Me.
Yeah. Look at it. Where is even the ball at? But look at this. This is a little wild.
Cow.
Look at
Hey,
Scottie's
that's just
reaction.
like me too.
And look, and he looks back from there.
Scotty's look. Scotty's face.
It is priceless. Hold on, can you take us back to that little glance over Scottie did? He looks at where the ball stops and then looks back just
what?
from there. Not even a
And look,
smirk.
Scotty's down by 4 strokes at this point.
Yeah. Round 3. Mr. Inevitable.
Oh my god.
Staring him down. He's like, good luck stringing that together through tomorrow.
Hands on the hips.
Yeah.
Just, holy cow.
And he had a shot off the tee, a shot out of the woods, putts on the green,
Makes par.
following putt, 4 in the hole on a par 4, gets par out of that whole thing. And Scottie's not impressed.
No, Scotty's upset.
He's like, what the heck?
I want the millions of dollars that this is going
He's
to
like, you're
give
just
me.
making this take longer. I'm just telling you, you're just making this take
You're just
longer.
being difficult at this point. Let's cut to the chase.
Good. Stop your tantrum and take your punishment
But
and
I
let me win.
But I mean, a good point is, when you got somebody who's playing that lights out for the first 3, that's why you play 4 days, because when he's +3 on the last day,
Yeah.
it's like
Was that a shot at LIV?
No, not an intentional shot.
That's
at
why you
LIV
play
at
4
all. Not an intentional shot at LIV at all.
Well, judging by the hat, he was highly offended.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at him.
Wow. Well, I don't think that, like we said, Scottie Scheffler is the inevitable. I don't think playing golf like that can be sustainable when he is a few strokes back. He's on his way. Scottie's just in standard form, not even in special form. We weren't seeing some, whoa, Scottie's playing out of his mind. It was that's just Scottie, just out there chugging along, climbing the leaderboard, just slowly hiking to the top of the mountain so he can get this humongous trophy once again.
What is that small one?
That's the one that he puts like the caddy's money in and then hands it to him. And then his money goes in the big one because he needs more room.
Speaking of caddy money, $360,000 for somebody who just subbed in for 1 week.
You know what? Ted Scott takes a little break. He's got some stuff at home he's dealing with. They're not being public about it. That's fine. Give him some privacy. It's okay. But could you imagine getting the call? Scottie's like, hey, how's it going? Would you want a caddy for me this weekend? Cool. Yeah, I've always wanted to win the lottery.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on that earlier. But if you were thinking I would win the lottery this week, then sure, I'll totally win the lottery this week.
So, Rich, they know about this, but did you know that Michael Cromie, who is Chris Kirk's caddy,
That's who caddied for Scottie this weekend.
Okay.
Yep.
Chris Kirk placed 51st at the St. Jude.
Wow.
So he was out by 1. And they imagine, oh yeah, my guy was 51. Now I'm going to go caddy world number 1.
So he spent all season long with Chris Kirk. Chris Kirk
and
trying to fight his way to stay into the FedEx Cup, make himself into, obviously, the BMW Championship, then get himself to East Lake for the Tour Championship, misses it by 1. That means caddy's heading home. Who knows? Maybe going to go on vacation, get a little sunburn, have a nice time. Gets a call. Number 1 player in the world. Hey, since your guy's number 51, sounds like you got the week off. You interested? Yeah.
No kidding.
Here's what I think is the most interesting part, though. Chris Kirk, money earning for 2025, $2.9 million. And, based upon what we know, caddies generally earn about 10%, which puts Michael Comey or Cromie?
Cromie. It was a typo. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, thank you. His grand total earnings, based upon the 10% this year, is $293,905.
Not a bad payday for carrying some clubs around.
Not a bad. You know what? We know they put in work.
With my extensive experience of 9 holes of caddying for you,
Well,
I would say.
How much did you get from that?
A cramp in his calf and a turkey sandwich. It was fine. It was a good day. But you actually did have some interesting conversations with Claude, out there following DJ and really getting some insight into what these caddies and the teams are doing. There is a lot that goes into it.
For sure.
And I think obviously a near $300,000 a year for that work, not a bad job.
Well, and how about also to know that being one of the professional player and having those key caddies that help you with those 1 or 2 shots. Because as we see week in and week out, one shot makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
You're -5 in your T36, you're -4 in your T3.
Well, even we look at, McIntyre hitting out of the weeds there. Let's say that doesn't go well. Let's say he hits it and he's still in the weeds. Well, now he's doing it again. And now we're spiraling. And now all of a sudden, Mr. Inevitable, who's got this sort of like smirk that he didn't really show watching you get up on the green, everything changes.
Right.
Now your mentality changes, your momentum. I mean, you are now have entered the psychological warfare. And a lot of times that is where caddies step in.
100%. What was the caddy that we had on the show? The friend of the show.
Jerry Carey.
Jerry Carey.
What if Jerry Carey was his caddy and was able to snap him out and he doesn't shoot +3 on the final day?
Well, here's what we do know. Michael Cromie, $293,000 throughout the course of the year. Then this last weekend earns himself $360,000. Over doubled his pay by hanging out with Scottie for a week. Here's the thing too. We're so used to it with Ted Scott earning that money.
Right.
Like we're like, oh, Ted Scott earned another 360. Like totally normal. Hey, Ted Scott, obviously one of the best caddies in the world, caddying for best player in the world. Makes sense. But then when you hear somebody else who gets to like step into that role, it seems massive. Just absolutely massive.
Facts.
Not a bad. I would take that call in a heartbeat.
I wonder how that call happened. Like, how did Scottie decide to go with Chris? Or not Chris?
With Chris Kirk's caddy, Michael Cromie.
Yes. Right. How did Scottie decide to go with Michael?
Yeah, there's a lot of guys who didn't make it along. I mean, there's a lot of guys with tour cards, a lot of well-known caddies who have got the week off or have now had the last few weeks off because they weren't in the playoffs. Why him?
Exactly.
He got permission from Ted Scott.
Oh, Ted Scott gave the blessing.
Yeah.
He goes, okay, here's who you're going to go with.
You can make my $365K.
He caddied his caddy decision.
Yeah.
That's caddyception.
Right.
Wow. Way to go, Ted.
I wonder.
There's so much going on there.
So much going on, right? Like, how is this? Scottie and Ted, are they having a big conversation about who's this going to be? Is it, like...
Well, and you would also imagine caddies probably know the caddy community better than the players know the entire caddy community. I would guess, potentially. They spend, when the players go off to player dining, player locker rooms, all that, the caddies are in their own space and place. And I would imagine that would make sense because Ted Scott knows the guys.
Yeah.
He would know personalities. He would know, hey, I think this would be a fantastic fit for you to go win once again.
Yeah.
And he wasn't wrong.
Not at all.
Way to go, Tedo.
He's got to be careful. He's running up more Cowan numbers on caddies now.
Yeah, kind of. But at least he's not like firing and going through them.
Yeah.
Ted needed some time off and he had some sub-ins. But yeah, Morikawa, geez, he's going through them like sliced cheese.
I mean, or is Scottie, he's going out to eat with Michael all the time just because they're like good buddies on the tour all the time. It's like, hey, we catching dinner on Thursday again?
Yeah, or at a kid's birthday party over the weekend, slicing cake,
right?
Hitting a pinata. I can imagine Scottie would pound a pinata.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean? Just like with that movement he's got. He's getting like shallow and like the downswing,
He still does the shuffle too.
The feet go nuts.
Right.
That would be funny.
He's, of course, if he's taking a swing professionally, even if it's a pinata, he's probably got to wear Nike.
Yeah.
It's in a contract.
Nike bat. Yeah.
Ben Griffin, as he called a little bit of an overdose scenario on creatine. Interestingly enough. So Ben Griffin played a great weekend and then all of a sudden hit this just really, really weird patch in his tournament weekend and has like an absolute blow up moment. Double bogey in holes, 4-putting, all this stuff. And so he gets into the press conference afterwards and they want to sit and talk about it and be like, hey, Ben, what happened? You're obviously at this point, you've risen up to be one of the greatest players in the world. We don't usually expect to see 4-putts out of you. And he told quite the interesting story that he says, I regularly take creatine. It's part of my supplement regimen. On this particular day, was it Sunday?
Saturday.
It was on the Saturday round?
I believe so.
It's all blending together because everything's a big Scottie win for me now.
Sunday.
Was it
It's
Sunday?
the Sunday
I'm
round.
pretty sure, yeah.
He said, I forgot to take my creatine before the round. So he like dumped it in his water bottle. It's some kind of like a powder packet. And he starts chugging it back on the first tee. So now he's a little out of his rhythm. And he said at one point, apparently he didn't shake it well enough, that he chugged down like an undissolved lump of creatine. So he was just taking it straight, taking full-blown straight hits of creatine here. And he said he was buzzing. Just like, he said it was like an out-of-body experience for him, that it was just all hitting him, rushing through his system. And he said he was even like, feeling like shaky and jittery. And his caddy said, hey, you need to chug some water or something. Like start thinning this out. I don't know, dilute this stuff in the system a hair. And he comes back and then plays lights out in the back nine.
You want to see the putts?
Yeah, I kind of do. Are we going to call these shots of the week?
It could be.
I think we should. We're going to cut right to a very important segment called Shots of the Week, brought to you by Ben Griffin and ODing on creatine. Let's see what we got. Oh, 4-putt from inside of 5 feet. Brutal. Oh no. It wasn't even a terrible putt.
That was...
Okay, that was a terrible putt.
And he's not even setting up for it.
No.
He's just doing it.
No. How do you not go home? How do you not just pack up and go home? Well, I'll tell you how, because you probably still won a few $100,000.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, that's on a round that doesn't matter at the local Muni course, I am flipping a gasket.
Oh,
like
my
I'm
goodness.
blowing my absolute lid off.
Day ruiner.
And a round that doesn't count at your local Muni, you're picking up after the first one.
Yeah.
You're actually probably picking up on the first one.
That's good.
Just
Is this good here? Yeah.
yeah.
You know, that's a big thing. Weightlifters do that all the time. They just house creatine. They just get a scoop and house it.
Have you ever
Yeah.
done that? Dry scoop pre-workout or creatine?
No thing.
No.
No.
It's not fun.
Unreal.
It's not fun.
If
Ever
you do
the-
it often, you get used to it. It's not a big deal. But if he's never done it,
Right.
and then just swallows a chunk,
Have you
of
ever
it,
done the
what?
cinnamon challenge?
I've seen it done.
I've
It's
seen it done.
basically the same thing.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't think you're
Besides the
swallowing
yeah.
the cinnamon, though, right?
Isn't that kind of the point of it? Like you can't swallow it. Like
Right.
it kind of gets stuck because there's not enough moisture to like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Ben Griffin though, do you think he's going to make the Ryder Cup team?
I hope so.
He's guaranteed in.
I thought
No, he's outside the top six.
he's not in the current lock
He's like
six.
8. He's
It's
8,
like
I think.
8.
He's in the should be picked.
Yeah.
OWGR rank is what they use.
No, they use it's a combination of rankings. If you go to Ryder Cup rankings, you could see it. He's like 8, I think.
Gotcha.
I learned that yesterday, so you're not
Wow.
behind.
All right.
He belongs in though.
Oh,
He
yeah.
does.
Does he?
He's
though?
having a year.
He's having it. That's the thing is I feel like, to me, in my opinion, Ryder Cup selections, you have to factor in how you're playing right now.
Agreed.
Like
Completely agree.
right now, how are you striking the ball? How are you finishing in tournaments? Are you closing?
That's why a guy like Brooks isn't going to be in it. I mean, for that sole reason. I mean, obviously you want a guy like Brooks there because he's like a face.
Yeah.
but he's not playing well. He's playing very bad, actually. But
Which is unfortunate because
Yeah.
he's so fun to watch.
He's such a good golfer.
yeah,
Yeah, he is. But at the same time, I mean, similarly, we could look at like the history of like a Jordan Spieth. But it's not his year right now. Injuries, the whole thing. He's come a long way this year. But I just don't think that, if what the Ryder Cup means to golf internationally, it's like we need the guys who are playing right now.
Yep. What have you done for me lately?
What
That's
have,
it.
what have you done for me lately, Eddie?
So here's something kind of interesting. I'm just looking at the OWGR rankings and how many events they played versus what ranking they are, right? So you have people like, you got Scottie, 41 events this year, okay? You got Rory, 45 events. Xander, 39. As your Russell Henley, 39, 43. Here's JJ Spawn,
Yeah.
54.
54 events this year?
54 events that he's actually played this year that on the OWGR.
How?
I'm just reading what it says. Events played actual.
Was he doing like 2 a week?
So then you take a look at like Robert McIntyre, 64. All right. Then you go down through, and this is what made me, we were talking about Ben Griffin. He's played 66 events played actual right here. And so he's ranked 17th overall, right? Ben Griffin is. 18th overall is Bryson DeChambeau with 9 events.
Jeez.
I wonder how far back that goes.
That's
insane.
wild. That's wild.
Insane.
Yeah, that is wild.
Like,
He's drawing from such a smaller pool
right.
and to still be there. I mean, just like the random points he would scoop up along the way in every other sort of far less
Anything.
meaningful event.
Right. I mean, you think about it. If Scottie is only playing 9 events, is he even beating Bryson?
I mean, depends on how he does in the 9 events. I mean,
Yeah.
if you go and you pick the PGA and the British Open.
So if we look at here's the events that Bryson played.
okay.
It's got they're all majors. It's all the majors, and then the International Series India presented by DLF. That's the only things that he's got. So he's got 8 majors and the 1 ASA. That's it. That's all the points that Bryson's getting.
Wow. Meanwhile, Scottie's out in
40,
Texas.
42, 46 events, whatever I just said.
So it's the past
41
2
events?
years then. Okay. That makes sense how they played 60 some events then. I was sitting here like,
Yeah.
how do you play 60 events in a year?
It's 2 years.
I guess so. I mean, he said there was 8 majors. So
Yeah, I'm just on their website when that's how it's kind of running.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So wild.
Yeah.
It's so wild.
And again, this goes to the point of the importance of LIV Golf doing whatever they have to do, checking the boxes, getting official world golf ranking points so we can really see where the world of golf actually stacks up.
We hammer that point every single week.
I mean,
Every single week.
Facts.
here's the real question. Where would Joaquin Niemann be?
Ooh. I mean, 5 wins.
Right. The amount of wins he's had.
Oh, on the OWGR.
Yeah. Where would that actually stack him? I don't
I
know.
mean, if Rahm's count, though, obviously Rahm is beating him out because he won the individual without
Well,
winning.
it's a
this year.
different
Good
point
point.
system. I think it's a different point system. For if say he was doing PGA, those were PGA tournaments.
Right.
500 for each of those wins. So that's 2,500 points there alone for his 5 wins.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's significantly.
Wait, what did you say?
Sorry.
It's
You're waiting for it.
It's significantly lower as a second place on PGA Tour and LIV.
And live. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Then that makes sense. They value the higher finishes more.
Yeah.
makes sense.
Well, we need everybody ranking on points. We just need it.
Yeah.
We need it bad.
Where would I be?
What's like Claude said?
17,600,000.
What's like Claude said? If they want it to work, they'll just make it happen.
Who?
PGA and OWGR. If they wanted it to work, they would just say, "Yep, it's okay," and it works.
Yeah.
That's literally all they have to do. Claude's 100% right.
Well, it's true because they submitted their appeal or their latest application, and then it's going to a review board. And so that means the review board is saying yes or no.
Yep.
It's not like, no, there's not enough boxes checked, whatever, to renew your driver's license and get a real ID or whatever. Like it doesn't count. I don't know. I want to see it bad.
Yeah.
I do. Okay. What is more important? A unification of the tours to get, some sort of agreement in place, LIV, PGA, this deal and structure that's been worked on for years, or getting this point structure solved?
I think the point structure, because
Yeah.
I think it's fine to have the two tours. I'm not too concerned about everybody being in one tour.
Wait,
Yeah.
say exactly what you said.
I was just curious, which one would be more important to get resolved? This deal and structure between LIV and PGA, get something worked out because we've been working on this for 2 years, or if we could get LIV to solve the OWGR issue. What is the more pressing issue that we could solve immediately?
That is a great question.
Thank you.
I think if the PGA and LIV are able to get a deal in structure in work,
The OWGR points happen.
100%. That just
happens.
both
Yeah,
happens.
that happens.
But I do see a path where OWGR points happen and the PGA thing doesn't happen.
Well, also, if OWGR does happen, and all of a sudden we're starting to get ranking, and we're seeing John Rahm up here, and we're seeing Joaquin Niemann, we're seeing Bryson where he properly belongs, definitely sheds a different light on the PGA Tour, because it's like, they're like, well, we're the best players in the world. It's like, well, yeah, because you're not counting these other players.
Yep.
But now if we're all counting these other players, then your tour players are now shuffling down, and you don't have necessarily as many top 20 players in the world out on your tour. You have whatever that would be, half as many. I don't know.
Because somebody with 9 points
Yeah.
is ranking top 6
Oh,
overall.
9 events.
9 events
Yeah.
is ranking that high.
I mean,
What
that's the whole reason they're not doing it, though, is because they don't want all the LIV golfers to jump up and take their spots. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
whole purpose. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like
they'd
a
have-
defense mechanism.
Right. They have to just get over that, I guess. That's the
But
only way.
Does PGA, do they have some ownership, or are they embedded with OWGR at all? Like,
So-
I know there's like 25% ownerships of a lot of different things out
Well,
there.
I think the big decision makers are all former predominant winners and people from the PGA Tour. So like the commissioner of the OWGR, I don't remember who it is right now, but he is a legacied winner of the PGA Tour. So there could be, whether or not it is directly connected or enforced from within,
Yeah.
it might be well opinionated from their legacy and history of.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wouldn't it be a pain if they like set up a deal where they merge and then like, I don't want it to happen, but like LIV becomes like a Q school?
Ooh. Yeah, I just got signed for $281 million to go play on the Q School Tour. Yeah. I don't know.
The thing is the caliber of player that's playing on LIV in some aspects is far superior than a lot of the players on PGA.
Well, that's true. I mean, I would say if,
Dustin Johnson is fantastic.
well, right. And even though
Rahm is
Dustin
amazing.
Johnson isn't playing at his peak right now,
Still better than half the PGA
right,
field.
but how about John Rahm?
Yeah.
I mean, John Rahm, if you put him in any state, you send him down to whatever. Yeah. If he's going to play in the waste management or something like that, like he's going to do well.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, well, these guys forgot how to play that fourth day. It's not a thing.
Right.
I mean,
Or look at the way Sergio's playing. Like, imagine if he was on the PGA.
talk
Tour.
about a career reprise.
I know.
Right?
I mean,
Like 6th or 7th in LIV, I think. Or finished 6th or 7th, I should say.
to me, I love seeing the stories like the Sergios or the Justin Roses, where you see guys that are well beyond these young players. I mean, you look at, Ben Griffin. I mean, he's a young guy, you know what I mean? And they get much younger than that. I mean, Ludwig Oberg, you know what I mean? He's like mid-20s. And then you get a guy like
Min-Woo Lee.
Min-Woo Lee.
Tom Kim.
You get guys like that. And then you get Justin Rose, who's 45 years old, and he can show up, come out, and absolutely beat all of these guys and take a win.
Number 2 at the Masters, won 2 weeks ago.
Right. And once again, to me, that's one of the most beautiful parts about the game of golf.
Yep.
Yeah.
is it is not just this like super duper young guys game. If you're not at like this peak 20s, maybe young 30s athleticism, you just can't participate anymore.
Right.
We're looking at guys like Sergio Garcia having a reprise. We're looking at Justin Rose, who is now playing, in my opinion, some of the best golf of his career at 45 years old. I mean, even look at Phil Mickelson. Even though he's saying that this next year he's saying will be his last U.S. Open. It's like, but the guy is still a player.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Made the
making
lock
cuts.
zone. Yeah, he was in the lock zone for LIV, so top 20 or 25 or whatever it is. There you go.
I mean, that is such an incredible thing about the game because, okay, great. You drove the ball 20 yards farther, but can you hit backwards out of the bunker over your head flop shots like Phil Mickelson?
No.
Doubt it. I don't think so. Well, as we're gearing up here for the end of the PGA Tour season, this weekend is our Tour Championship down at East Lake. There's been so much conversation around the format, the changing of the format. Did they change it enough? Should it go back? Did the changes they make solve the problems they've had? And I feel like nobody at this point is happy. I don't feel like there's any tour players that are just like, they nailed it.
Right.
This is the way it should be. We've been dying for it to be this way. They didn't want it the old way. They don't want it this new way. So there's got to be some new way out there that solves all the issues, but I don't feel like we're there yet.
No.
Rich, we were having a little bit of an off-air conversation. I said, we got to stop because we got to save this for the show.
Thanks.
But we had some opinions and I said, okay, all right, I'm going to give first of all my opinion on how I think that this thing should be restructured. Here's my thoughts. This is what I think.
Go on.
Throughout the course of the season, we're all gathering up FedExCup points to get yourself into the top 70 to get your ticket in, to be able to make the playoffs. That whether you have a ton of them, whether you eke by 1 point that gets you enough in, you're in the door, you get to play. Now there are like the FedEx or the Comcast, whatever. So, okay, cool. We'll let the guys who earned a ton of points get additional payouts. So it was worth it. Then you don't just kind of float along and be like, I got 69th and I'm fine. But once you get in, week 1 at the St. Jude, when you get to Memphis, every point vanishes and it is a 70-person foot race to make the cut of the next 50 players to make it to the BMW. Doesn't matter how you've played this year. It doesn't matter what credentials you're bringing along with you. You've made it in. You got your ticket into the event. And at that point, the 70 who made it to St. Jude, it's an all-out golf tournament to make it into the 50. Once you get to the BMW, we do this again. Now it's an all-out foot race to make it into the 30. I'm sorry if you had a phenomenal season and you won 17 times. If you don't show up to the playoffs and play your best golf, so what? It doesn't matter. You're out, and that's going to make great storylines. It's going to be heartbreak, and there's also going to be some dream come true stories. We're going to see it all. We love it. That takes us into the final round at East Lake. 30 guys are in. That is it. And we all just play. And may the best man win. And the winner of that, whoever takes the cake, wins it. And so what if Scottie won the Byron Nelson and all kinds of other stuff? He's got to show up and play. And at least be in the top 50 after week 1, be in the top 30 after week 2, and then show up and win and be the winner of the Tour Championship. That's my personal opinion. Anybody want to disagree?
I do. I have a different.
Please do.
I
do.
I agree.
All right.
I agree and disagree, but a different
You
format.
sound like my wife, but go on.
So
I'm not going to say you're right, but
2.0 sent me this one right before we started filming, so I couldn't put it in our slideshow here. So let me pull it up for you guys.
So this is an attempt to solve the problem of, okay, they play so good in the regular season, but they don't get a reward, an advantage outside of the cash. There it is. Match play tournament at East Lake for the FedExCup. You still get the buys, so the guys who played well.
Is each bracket a day? Like
We didn't think that through.
I would think around.
Like, whatever, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, that plays. And then the guys who are the lower seeds got to play 5 rounds, I guess.
But here's the thing. And what's tough about that, and I actually think this would be a blast to watch, is the longevity of proving yourself over 4 days disappears.
yeah.
So you get Robert McIntyre. He could not prove his abilities over 4 days, though we saw him whacking out of the bushes on Saturday and kind of pulled some stuff off.
with that being said, with this format, Robert McIntyre still is not going to win everything. right? Because he only proved himself
Right, because
in the
the-
3
by the
days.
fourth
'Cause by
day-
the fourth day, he fell off, and now he's playing heads up against Scheffler. Or he's playing a heads up against, Henley or somebody, really good.
The Schefflers and the McElroys, they get the advantage of not having to play that extra day.
They get the
their
bye.
bye. So they have that wiggle room that the Cantlays and the Taylors don't have because they have to play the whole
I
tournament.
feel like the opening round could be 2 rounders. So everyone plays on that Thursday, where your playing games are like early in the morning because there's not that many people playing. It's not like they got to wait a certain amount of time.
Yeah, we're
you
down
know?
to 30 guys.
Yeah, so they'll play a second round against.
All right. Rich,
Go on.
where are you at? Do you think this is the solution, or do you have an alternate idea?
So, well, the first to touch on your solution and
Thank
what
you.
you said, you're 100% correct. Like
Thank you.
Just the fact of every single sport that is out there, you have a regular season winner, and then when it comes to the playoffs, it don't matter,
Yeah.
right? At all.
It's just a play ball.
It's we have to start over. Now, granted, the thing I do like about that is it does give some advantages because, if you're the wild card in baseball, right, you're playing a play-in game, you're playing a play-in round, you're playing stuff. If you're number one, you're getting the bye, stuff like that. So, but wild card teams win World Series,
yeah, I believe you.
and there's World Series.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You know,
if you think like the Savannah Bananas,
You look at the NFL, right? It's the same way. You're number one. You play an undefeated season. You can be knocked out in second round because you get a first round bye, right? But you can be knocked out your first game, and that happens often.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So here's a question with the current format, because your points do kind of drag over, and that is what moves you along. So even if you were above, say, the top 50, if you didn't have enough FedEx points to get you there, you still might not move on to next week. Up until, if it gets you into the final round, gets you to East Lake, you're playing the Tour Championship. At that point, it is an all-out foot race for that final round. Would you take issue with Tommy Fleetwood winning this weekend?
Yes.
Why?
Well,
What you got with Tommy?
I love Tommy. I love Tommy. I mean, not as much as Dan does, but
Thank you.
almost as much as Dan does. I met him down at TGL. He's absolutely awesome.
Like
But,
literally like a sweetheart of a guy.
Yes,
Like absolutely.
absolute, so good. And Dan's now turned me on to how good his swing is.
Oh.
It's just butter.
It's beautiful.
And the fact that the devastating loss that he had with that camera angle, and he just can't watch as Patrick just hits it.
Was
in,
it the
and it's
Farmers?
like-
was that what it was when Keegan took
Keegan,
it?
yeah.
Just absolutely robbed
It was
them.
the Travelers, right?
The Travelers.
Travelers,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was one of the insurance one of them.
My heart breaks for him. But then you go to OWGR. Where's it at? I think he was.
Did you say OWGR?
OWGR. Total time saver.
Total time saver. He's 10th overall.
So you don't think a 10th overall is the right to win? So then just give it to Scottie now. Let's watch something else.
But
watch
the thing-
reruns of Home Improvement.
The thing
Great
is,
show.
Great show.
They say that the FedEx Cup is the prize for the best golfer of the year. So I think they need to change what the prize for the FedEx is.
The dollar amount or the description of what the winner is
The description.
defined as.
Where
the
there's
description.
2 winners, like you have the winner of the tournament and the winner of the FedEx Cup.
So do you think that the strokes that used to be given, like last year when Scottie started just light years ahead of most of the field,
Right. He would have got 12 strokes or something like that.
like, do you think that format shouldn't have gone away so that way we could still guarantee the best player of the year has the best chance?
No, I think that the FedEx Cup should be its own thing. That should be the tournament. That should be so kind of what we're talking about. We talk about a hybrid.
Yeah.
We do something like this and that, something together, but it's not necessarily ranked as the best player of the year. You're just the FedEx tournament, which is a multi-week, multi-site. It's 4 different places or 3 different places, whatever it is, plus leading up to the year. And that ranks you all the way into maybe it is a tournament like that.
Do you feel that, because I don't watch any football, but any football watchers, do you think the Super Bowl has defined the best team of the year?
I was just going to say that because what sport can you definitively say the winner of this is the best team or best player? You can't, because anybody can win and anybody can
what
lose
I
once
do
you get to
feel
the
like
playoffs.
is you look at like the NHL for the Stanley Cup, the amount of games they have to play over and over, that it's tough to have a fluke. where it's like, oh, we had a good week and we kind of skated by. It's like, no, I mean, like these series are so long that you have to absolutely defeat that other team to move along.
Do you guys ever watch soccer? Like
No.
the FIFA World Cup?
No.
No, the World Cup. Yeah.
Because now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I know you watched it a little.
Yes, I watched.
So-
the World
I
Cup,
watched
yes.
FIFA.
Yes.
So do you know at the beginning when they had the pool play?
Mhm.
yes.
It's a round
Round
robin
robin, yeah.
tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they go to seeding.
Yeah.
So then technically they should do something like that, where like they have. That's basically what they're
I
doing.
mean, the regular season can just be pool play.
Yeah,
Like at that point.
That's what I think. Like the regular season kind of gives you that ranking. That's what I would be saying as far as that goes.
we should
But
be able
here's
to
the
separate
thing:
it.
is like I think that each sport's its own, and each sports has its plus and minuses, right? I think in football, I don't think the best team every year wins the Super Bowl, right? Because it's any given Sunday, it's one day, and that's what it comes down to. So I don't think that always determines the best football team.
yeah, if that's the case.
That being said, they still get the trophy.
Yeah.
They still
Sure,
walk home with
sure.
it, right? I think when you get to something like hockey, that because it is such a physical game and they have to win so many games because it's best of 7. What is it? 5, 7, 7, 7? I think it's 3. Yeah. So with that, and the game is so physical and things like that, I do feel like the Stanley Cup, which is the most prestigious cup in the entire world, is the actual, that's the best hockey team that year.
and we see underdogs win in that though. Like we
do.
see a ton of fairy tale stories. It's just sports.
Yeah,
like,
just
right,
like
it
yeah,
happens.
just
yeah.
like with
Exactly.
Golden State. Remember when they beat the Bulls record and then they lost to the what did they lose to the
they
Cavs
lost to the Cavs. Yeah,
in the final?
it should be easy to be able to separate. You're the top of the standings at the end of the year. That's the FedEx Cup.
Yep.
You win the tour championship. You win the tour championship. I feel like that's pretty
two
simple.
separate
They're
things.
just
Or
two separate things.
it's tour championship is the regular season, and the FedEx Cup is what the tournament's called.
Yeah, either or. Yeah.
And that's what the playoff
It's like
tournament's called.
the
It's
Rose Bowl of sorts. or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
I don't even know what that is.
You sounded confident when you
Yeah,
said it.
thank you. Again, we speculate with confidence.
Yes.
Welcome to the Dan's Golf World Show.
Thanks for watching this terrible show. This guy's just talking.
Yeah. It's fine if you tune out because I already did.
But
Not
yeah,
a single idea we said will be used for the PGA. Zero chance.
but I do love that the stroke play. I mean, that would be a fun way to determine that end product. You know, that would be electric TV too.
Oh, it would be phenomenal. I just think that is so far of a change of a format. I mean, to literally change the format of the entire thing as opposed to like adjusting the sort of rules premise of these same 4-day weekends of golf.
We love a bracket though.
Yeah,
we
we
love
love
a
a
bracket.
bracket.
All
I
right,
have
what
a
if we're-
bracket fetish?
What if we're breaking in brackets and we're bracketing the end of the golf or the way the FedEx Cup is? Do we like it the old way? Do we like it the current way? Or do we like it the bracket way?
Bracket way.
Well, I'm going bracket way.
Yeah, I'm going bracket
Because you
way.
guys came up with it.
Yeah,
Naturally.
We did not come up with a gift credit. I don't know who came
Yeah,
up
we
with
don't
it,
know
but it
where we
wasn't
got it
bad.
from.
Is there a fourth option of the way that I had mentioned?
Well, that's basically what you said, though, right?
Well, it's not the old way, it's not the current way, it's not the bracket way.
Because the current way is whoever wins this week.
But but like you only move along based on your FedEx Cup points. You have to be the top 50 FedEx Cup points to move along. I'm just saying top 50 finisher of this tournament right now. So you could potentially finish 49th, but not move along because you're not 50th in FedEx Cup points.
Because you get FedEx Cup points all year long.
Right. And you get FedEx Cup points at St. Jude. And so those FedEx Cup points are helping you make that next 50 cut.
But the 50 and then now the 30.
Right. So you could have finished 29th last weekend, but not had enough FedEx Cup points to still make it to East Lake.
Gotcha.
And that's the difference. I say throw out the FedEx Cup points, and it's literally flat out leaderboard. If you are 30th, you're in. If you're 31st, you're out. I don't care if you had a bazillion FedEx Cup points. It doesn't matter. Once we enter the playoffs, those go away, and we're just doing a flat out like a cut line.
And so now that we're at the last event, those 30, it's just winner takes all.
And now they're finally thrown out. Like the FedEx Cup points have finally been thrown out in this final week. I wanted them thrown out, at the beginning of it.
I mean, the cool thing is we're steps closer to your way.
Yeah, true.
Right? Because,
Yeah.
I mean, we're almost there now.
Yeah, we're not giving Scottie 12 strokes.
We're not giving Scottie 12 strokes.
Which I don't know why everyone was against it. Like I
because
didn't mind
Scottie
it.
wins. It makes boring golf.
Yeah, need entertainment.
But he
It's
also
like, hey,
had
let's
the
watch-
best year.
Let's watch.
Okay,
let's
but-
watch the Daytona 500, and the first guy go. You get 100 laps to suck.
The
Like-
last Super Bowl I watched was the season that the Patriots had won like every game except for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Should they have started with 2 free touchdowns because they played so well?
No.
Of course not. That would be
Bingo.
stupid to watch.
Correct.
It would be absolutely stupid. Or they get like 3 free field goals for funsies. Like,
Right.
it's like, no, like we're here, play. Just, flip the coin, you kick this way.
How
out
did
that
Victor
way.
Hovland win a couple years ago then?
He won through the old format, just like Scottie won through the old format. No.
Everybody won through the whole format.
I didn't be able to hear a single thing you said after you said that was the last Super Bowl you've watched. That's absurd.
Yeah, here's the crazy part. It's because I was on The Biggest Loser at the time, and they let us watch TV that day. So I wasn't not going to watch because we had no TV in the house. Anyway,
Oh, that's when Eli Manning came back and beat him, didn't
Yep.
it? Yeah.
Giants,
you know what was so fun? 2 of the guys that were on the show were from like Massachusetts or something. They were so diehard New England. So by default, I rooted against them. And then they were beyond devastated. It was some sort of deep hurt that the Patriots didn't win.
Right.
And I didn't care. I didn't watch any football, and I was celebrating like just to an obnoxious extent.
Oh, that would have ruined me.
Yo, dude.
That would have
Just-
ruined me.
Just put a big 21-year-old on TV and see what he does.
You know it's not going to go well, or it's going to go great.
Yeah.
One or the other. I don't know.
Here's something kind of interesting.
Go on.
Nobody has ever won back-to-back FedEx Cups.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I'm surprised Tiger hasn't won it back to back.
So Tiger, the last time Tiger won it was in, let me see here. I just clicked off of it.
Was that 09?
The last time he won, correct, was in 09, and the time before that was 07
Here's what would be wild. If Scottie wins the first back-to-back FedEx Cup
in the new
And-
format.
with no strokes given to him.
Love it.
I mean,
Because if he had the 12 strokes, he would have won it.
yeah. I mean, the only thing is, though, is like guy number 2 gets 10, and then the guy number 3 gets 8 or whatever
That's
that.
true.
So you do have, there are people that are like right there with you nearly.
Yeah.
But there's nobody coming from like 20th. It's not possible. Like, how are you going to catch up 12 strokes on Scottie if you are outside of the range of freebie strokes? Not happening.
Yeah, no.
No.
So this list has FedEx Cup winners since 07. Rory has won it 3 times. 16, 19, and 22.
I was
which
watching
is
a
crazy, and he just completed his Grand Slam this year, but was FedEx champion 3 times.
I was watching a video. I think it was like a TaylorMade video or something like that. And they were like joking about like betting or this or that. And they're like, they made some joke to Rory, like, oh, you willing to play a bet that steep? He's like, and at the time he'd only won 2, but he was like, I've won 2 FedEx Cups. I think I can afford it. About 40 million just in those 2 winnings of his. Yeah. Yeah, no, I should be able to swing that, guys. Don't worry. I got 2 FedEx
Now,
Cups.
do we know why the PGA Tour just pays an astronomical amount of money for everything? Like for their payouts?
And I think because of LIV, that was proven. They were paying nothing for
Well,
all their
no, I'm
tournaments.
just
LIV
saying
started
even-
doing. They're like, oh look, we found more
No.
money somehow.
No, I'm
Oh,
saying
I
counts.
guess
Yeah.
you give it to your players.
No, I'm saying, even before that, they
Well,
were
like the FedEx
making-
Cup hasn't gone up. Like, I mean, it's been 20 million for
Yeah.
quite some time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why is it that sport out of all of them? Because I look at it not bringing it back, but bowling, a major, you're only winning $100,000.
Yeah, I don't know why. Golf that's on TV, it's more.
Bowling's on TV.
And also, that
What's
voice I
on
was
the
making wasn't
Ocho?
making fun of you. I was making fun of PGA. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I was talking
I
about.
know, I know.
Oh, look, we don't have any money. Oh, wait, LIV does. Hey, guys, come back. We found the money.
No, I just never understood why they have so much money.
Well, here's the thing, though, because none of them get paid from the organization directly. So look at the top earners in any other sport, like whatever, LeBron, like whoever, like pick anybody, Otani, you know what I mean? Whatever he just signed for.
Okay.
So thank you. He comes up on my TikTok a
What
lot.
position does he play?
Batter.
Nope.
Halfway there.
Halfway there. Halfway there. Halfway there.
All of last season.
All the TikToks he's batting where he measures with his bat to like his foot, and then he like thanks the ump and like brings a gift to like the catcher. No, but like, so if you think about it though, all of the money is left within the organization. So like the teams, they're making money from the stadiums and the jersey sales and the hot dogs and all this stuff. And then that money trickles back down to the players and then they get a big fat paycheck. Well, Scottie Scheffler didn't make any hot dog money. They kept it all. Right. So they've got to give it back to them. So we're looking at top players at the top of their game in a well-respected sport that airs on primetime television every weekend.
For 4 days.
For 4 straight days. Like, where's all the money going? So to me, it's like, you better be handing that out because otherwise, where is it going? Like, who's getting all that LeBron money? Like, where is that ending up?
Well, it's like before LIV, it was ending up in their pockets.
Like I just
of the nonprofit organization called the PGA
organization.
Tour.
I just never understood why it's just so much because it is a lot.
Compared to what?
Like
Other than bowling?
no, like of course you have your big contracts in your other sports, but it's like they don't make any money for winning. You know what I mean? Like they can maybe
but LeBron gets paid whether he wins or loses.
That's what I'm saying.
With these guys, only get paid if they win. So what they're saying is, rather than, hey, here LeBron, here's too much money for being terrible, we're gonna go and hand the money to only the people that are good.
Okay.
Yeah, which I kind of like.
I don't like LeBron.
No, I know. I'm saying I like the format of.
You a Jordan guy?
100%.
Me too.
100%.
Go ahead. Are you?
Do I like Michael Jordan? I like him.
But
Who's your GOAT?
LeBron's probably my goat.
He's born after
I was born in
2000.
2002. I was born in
All
2002.
right. Okay. Hold on. This is an age test. We're going to do this right now. If you know what this sound is, don't say anything. If you don't know what this sound is, I'm curious. Let's see if this works here. Here we go. Do you know what this sound is?
Is it like unallocated call or something like that?
Either of you youngins? I think I know what it is.
No, what this is, it's digital code for if you think LeBron is the GOAT.
Or not.
Isn't it AOL? Like old internet?
You're getting pretty close.
Yeah.
It's dial-up. Very first internet, you used to have to take the plug from the phone out of the wall and plug it in the back of your computer, and then the computer would make like a phone call to the internet, and then you would have like 56K dial-up speed internet, and an image on your computer could take up to 10 minutes to load.
Yeah.
How do you play Candy Crush?
It
takes
a year.
So there's this game called Pong.
Yeah. That is great. I do love the fact that you don't know what dial-up is.
Yeah, no,
Right.
no.
That was the sound. Like we get home from school and we have our one like family desktop and like dibs, like whoever gets internet first, and then you sit down and then you hear that noise. And then the worst part is if like somebody needed to use the house phone, you pick it up and then you hear all that noise, then you disconnect the person from the internet and then they get kicked off AOL Instant Messenger.
You got to re-sign back on.
Yeah, and you didn't even say BRB, so nobody knows why you left.
I just think you disappeared.
And here's the question that I have. Do you think that LeBron is so good because he scored the most points? Is that
No. I mean, he just got that recently.
Okay.
I just look at it as I don't view the best player, and we're way off topic here, but I don't view the best
I'm
player of
fine
all
with it.
time based on their accomplishments and what they did because it's such a team sport.
I don't bet
I know.
base the best player on their accomplishments.
Yes.
Nice.
Hence every LeBron fan right there.
Because it's such a
not
team
based
sport.
on how
Hold
good he
on,
is.
hold on.
Because it's such a team sport. I mean, look at who LeBron's had to go against. There was no team anywhere close to the Golden State Warriors in their prime going against Jordan. Don't say the Jazz. Come on.
Are
The
you
Pistons,
kidding me
dog.
right now?
Dude,
Are you
the
kidding
Warriors
me right now?
would slap those
They
Pistons.
would- not
They
if they're
would
playing
beat
in the
them
90s.
by a
Not if they're
trillion.
playing in the 90s.
Well, this is the argument that every Michael Jordan fan makes is, oh, it was harder back then. Oh, yeah.
Wait,
No.
was it not?
No, I think it's harder now.
It's
You
called
think it's harder
grit,
now?
dude.
100%.
Okay, and it's harder now because, enunciate why.
Because players are significantly more skilled now than they ever were back then, and we're
Okay.
now in a super team era. That didn't exist back
Can I
then.
give my take?
Hold on. I want to give a brief moment to go old versus young.
Okay.
And then I want to hear your take. So please hang on to it.
Okay, I'm in the old section right now.
You guys all are.
What's your point?
Burn.
Oh, my point?
Yeah.
My
Okay.
point is, look, how many finals appearances has LeBron been in?
9.
How
10,
many has
10.
How many has he won?
4. So, but
How many has Jordan
How many
been
has
in?
Jordan
six,
been in?
6 and
And how
6.
many has he won?
Here's my counterpoint to that, though. He only made it to 6. So we're saying if you make it and lose, that's worse.
He
That's
had like a
worse than
10-year
not
career.
making it.
He had a 10-year career.
Jordan played for like 15 years. He did not play for 10 years.
He played from 89 to like what before he went to 45.
He
What was
retired
it?
in
Michael Jordan's
98?
dad was murdered.
He retired in 02.
Yeah, but still, my point is he, of course, didn't have a super team. He made his players. Dennis Rodman wasn't that good until he got to
That's not also
Chicago.
Not true. That's also not true.
Scottie Pippen is a Chicago dog. Like that's
He's a very good player that was drafted.
Tony
to his team.
Kukoc.
Also a very good player. Correct.
Right, but and the
That's
thing
part of my
is-
argument.
Part of your argument is that LeBron went and chased super teams
No,
and then
no.
lost in the finals because he wasn't good enough to actually.
Well,
be
LeBron. Continue.
No, I'm just saying that LeBron does not have the same leadership ability and the same take over a game ability that Michael Jordan does.
I don't disagree with that point.
That's what everybody says.
My point.
That's why Jordan's the GOAT, because he has that leadership ability. He has that take over an entire game ability.
Is that all that goes into basketball, though?
That's not everything that goes into, but that's also not every reason why Jordan is the best ever.
Okay, but who's a better player? Who would you, if they 1v1, who are you taking?
Jordan.
Today?
He would
No,
dog
no.
him.
Jordan's like 70 now.
He would,
so like,
No, I'm
he
talking
would
in their
dog
primes.
him. He would dog him.
Dude, a 6'9", 250-pound LeBron is
But
bodying
a Jordan
Michael
that
Jordan.
moves like the Flash. Are you
LeBron
kidding
is
me?
very fast too.
LeBron goes, and as soon as Jordan starts getting in his head chirping, LeBron's gonna go sit down and cry.
See, now
like
we're
he's
doing
done.
now we're doing hypotheticals of their trash talk. to each
This
other.
is all
This is
hypothetical.
all-
Okay, I
You
get that.
can't
I get
say
that.
hypothetically
but
one-on-one,
trash
both
talk-
in their prime.
But
wait, you're
trash talk
hypothetical.
isn't a
That's weird.
reason why someone wouldn't.
100% it is.
Okay,
that
I
was
disagree
part
with
of
that.
part of the reason.
Mental
of
warfare,
Mental
kid.
warfare. 100%. Mental warfare.
Well, here's what I
And
will
he
say.
is the weakest when it comes to mental
To
warfare.
bring it back
Well,
to
that's what every
golf,
LeBron hater says.
to bring it back to golf, that was one of the biggest parts of Tiger Woods' dominance was the mental warfare.
Yes.
Exactly.
I didn't say it wasn't a big part, but I don't think he's going to go beat LeBron in a 1v1 because he's mentally stronger. When LeBron is more skilled, bigger, stronger.
Well, we can agree to disagree.
Yeah, we
so.
can't agree.
Actually, we can agree that you're wrong.
All right.
I agree with that. one.
You can tell that we've both had this debate many times. before.
What number is LeBron?
23
Why?
because of Michael freaking Jordan.
You can be inspired
That's all
by
I know.
players and be better
I'm
than
back
that.
out again. That was all I know. I literally know
Good
nothing else.
tapping, good tapping.
Yeah. All right. Then
so
we move along because I made one good point.
Back to the FedEx Cup, and just something that I kind of saw
What
that
was
was,
it?
that was pretty interesting. I didn't realize that Patrick Cantlay won in 21.
Yeah.
He was a dog back in the day before the Hackgate.
I mean, that's 4 years later. Like, I mean, back in the day, that's not that long ago.
Speaking of Patrick Cantlay, by the way, at the FedEx Cup, did you guys see that they the broadcast was putting up a time clock?
Yes.
Yeah. So we look here. We had Patrick Cantlay and Shane Lowry. They were put on notice actually because of the time they were taking. And we can look and see the holes that they were adding time, the time that they were behind. I think, okay, here's the question right now.
I agree.
Does this solve the pace of play issue? But the players can't see it. So if this were to be the solution, it's because what? They caught flack after the round because we all saw it and got mad and tweeted about it?
You might not know if they don't see it or not because it could be like a scoreboard.
Okay. I guess, from what I saw, I didn't see that and it wasn't mentioned at the broadcast, but there could be something that wasn't shown or mentioned that is there potentially.
And we can easily just add that scoreboard. Like all of next year, you can just put that scoreboard every time that there's something.
Would you know where I want it? The guy there in the background who's carrying the card with their names on it and showing that should have that should be a digital board and have their pace of play on it, showing how far behind they are, or whatever. So in the background, following them is the sign that shows how late you are.
I mean, here's the thing. As I think this right now is going to solve all the pace of play issues? No. Do I think it's a great step forward?
Yeah.
Because they've never done this in the past ever. And it's only because TikTok generation, we're now swiping every single time.
Just
It's
hit the
like,
ball, hit the ball.
let's
Oh my God.
go.
I can't take it.
Yes.
I'm happy to see it.
I love it.
I'm totally, I'm not against it. That's for sure.
I saw this graphic and I was just cheering so much. And I also love that they put them on notice.
Yeah.
I was about to say, just putting them on blast on live television is even if it doesn't help, it's hilarious.
It's
The fact that it's
crazy.
Cantlay too. It's perfect.
And when they're all sitting there back at dinner, you know, in the players' room, the players' lounge eating. Like, they're giving each other the business for sure. It's like, all right, Shane, taking about as long as hole 9 over there. Let's go.
How funny would it be? They get back to player dining. It's a little buffet, and the guy in front of Cantley just goes really slow. He's like scooping his green beans really slow. And he's like, come on, hurry up. And you're like, yeah, I should hurry up, shouldn't I?
Doing like practices, scooping.
yeah. And then puts it back, smooths it. Trying to get that perfect scoop. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So is that a time? So they were 3:29 at 5 or at 6.
And
then so they were 15 seconds more, 17 seconds more on 7. And then they gained 2 minutes basically on 8. Like,
yeah, you could see it just kept going up. Like, how far off pace are they? And it just kept climbing.
What's that in POS stand for?
In position.
In position. So were they like on the fairway? So where he's sitting from, he's out of position. He's not in the fairway.
Gotcha.
Or on the green or wherever he should be.
So they were just playing terrible golf and not in position every time?
Yeah, apparently.
Never on the green, I guess.
Wow.
0 times in position.
I guess they chipped it in from the rough every time.
Wow. I like it. I want to have it. I think we need this on like Muni courses and everything. I mean, we are starting to see it. You get like the golf carts with like the digital thing, and it'll show you like you're behind 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
But it's not only something you can do because sometimes you're just waiting on every hole. Like I would love to not be behind, but this group, and then they're waiting on another group and another group. There's nothing worse though when you're waiting behind a group and you're like, oh my God. And you're like, I'm going to go play through. Like, we're going to hurry up to this hole, meet them on the tee, go play through. And then you couldn't see the group that they were waiting on. And so now they're just behind you and you feel stupid.
Story time. When we were playing, it was with you. We were playing out in Tippecanoe.
Yeah.
Out in Monticello, Indiana. And it was the 4 of us. And our tee time was like 9 o'clock in the morning or something like that. Well, a group of it was a senior men's league had backed up to the 8:59 spot. So it was just a group of 4 older guys, like I'm talking barely could walk to the club. Yes. And so that's what we were playing against. So we had 2 groups. It was like, I think it was 2 groups of 3. So it was like 6 of us. So we decided, all right, the 6 of us, we're just going to all play together. Were we playing slow? Yeah, but so were all of they.
Yeah.
We get like maybe a half a hole distance between us or whatever. And this team comes up behind us, this foursome that started like way before. And they're like, coming up, getting all mad, yelling, you guys can't play 6. What are you doing? Blah, 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 yada, yada. It was absolutely terrible. And we're just laughing. We're like, all right, fine. We'll just split up. No problem at all.
Nothing changed.
Nothing changed. So we play like 3 more holes. And these guys are like, now they're like, hey, well, we're just going to play around you. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, we don't care. Do whatever you want. So they go driving up the hole in front of us. This big, long par 5 with a big dog leg right. So they're driving all the way up. All of a sudden, like 30 seconds later, a minute later, they turned around and came driving right back and had to pass us as they drove back to get in line again because it was the entire course was backed up. Like
they had misplaced frustrations.
Oh yeah,
and they directed it at us for no reason,
none at all. And we tried to say, I'm like, hey, there's a whole bunch of people. No, you can't be playing 6, and it's just like, all right, whatever.
Like I would be terribly frustrated if a 6-some or an 8-some was holding everybody up and slowing the course down. But if it's like, no, we're all standing on the same tee box waiting, and then we're going to play the hole, and then they are, or we just kind of do it together because we're going to be on the next tee box waiting. What is the difference?
Correct.
In all my years of working at a golf course, because we always had men's leagues, women's leagues, whatever, we would always tell people who are coming to play on a men's league day, you will get yelled at if people don't understand what you're doing, because they'll be like, oh, I don't know you. You're not one of the 50 people I know extremely well that are in this league. And we always had to give the warnings.
What was funny was the guy behind us wasn't part of the league.
Oh, really?
All the league played in front of us. They were the ones that were slowing us all down. This was just random dude that had a 9:45 tee time with our 9 o'clock tee time, like getting all mad.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, it was hilarious.
LIV Golf has crowned a new individual champion.
I have.
And he won 0 tournaments this year.
So crazy.
How do we feel about this, guys?
Showered in milk.
Showered in milk in Indianapolis fashion. Just dousing himself. Where are we at on that? Joaquin Niemann had a heck of a year, winning like crazy, but on the weeks he didn't win, he did not finish extremely well. And then we look at John Rahm, who had no wins, but had a consistent top 10 finish in every event except for one where I think he finished 11th. Other than that, top 10 every single tournament, and ends up landing him in a position where he now has opportunity to claim his back-to-back defending individual title. Back to the argument of, do you have to win in the season to be the winner of the season?
It's so tough.
So tough.
So tough. Like I almost feel like there should be an exemption of you have to have at least one win
I
in
was
order
just
to be
going to say
something
that.
like that. And here's also just something to say about how well Bryson's doing. He's not even in the OWGR rankings. Not top 100.
Who's
Rahm.
not? Rahm's not?
He hasn't performed well in majors.
Yep. So in the
His only time to earn points
Is
is
in
the
the
majors
majors.
where he's not playing well.
correct.
Similar to Niemann, who is dominating on LIV,
Yep.
except for the, individual championship, yada, yada.
And then Bryson doesn't do quite as well at LIV.
And then shows up,
Up at
Yeah.
the majors.
which I would love to know, like the psychology or the science or whatever it is, where these different gears for guys. It's like your gear hits here and your gear hits over there. And somehow, because you would think, you would look at Bryson DeChambeau's performances in majors and be like, oh, he just wins the whole thing all the time.
Right.
And he doesn't. And yet Joaquin Niemann, who wins the whole thing half the time, has really done nothing of like major notable, sense in any of the majors. Kind of weird.
It's crazy.
But then John Rahm, the winless year, comes and takes the whole thing. But what matters more, having peaks and valleys or consistency?
I do you just add more points to first place?
I don't know. What, to prevent this?
Yeah,
That would mean that you don't want this to happen then. I mean, what you're trying to do is say, like,
Yes,
this shouldn't
thank you.
happen.
Yeah. I think that's
Correct.
the easiest solution of all time. Or
Yeah.
like you said, you have your regular points, but if you're like Rahm and you have the most points, but you don't have that one win qualifier, it goes to the next person if they have a win. I think that's pretty simple. You don't have to win to
Tommy
win.
can never win.
Yeah. Tommy has no chance to win the LIV individual
Oh,
title.
here's the thing though, like, and I'm keen to this because back when I grew up, I never won a bowling tournament, but we did the same point system and all that. I didn't qualify for enough tournaments because within the school schedule with college bowling and doing these outside tournaments, I would never win, but I'm at least fourth place or higher. So my points list was huge compared to people that I know that I've known that they won at least one of them.
So you're saying you would be the best bowler out there without ever winning a tournament?
Yeah.
The best bowler to never win.
At least in that youth tour.
Tommy.
I used to do. Yeah, I was literally the Tommy Fleetwood.
That's why we like you,
CFJR
Josh.
over here.
I don't know. It's so weird for me because I don't know. I don't like to have a caveat like the points are what they are, but there's this other one rule that you have to do this other thing for your points to actually matter. Because points are points.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know if you're just gonna win everything, you don't get a number one ever. Like I do think that. But that on a side note,
Yeah.
I do love that they're in Indianapolis.
Yes.
And they're carrying on the tradition, and he's pouring milk all over his face and everything like that. That's like a really cool tradition that they're bringing into LIV. And he talked about it beforehand.
Yeah, he said, if I win, I'm going to do it.
Yes.
Like, I feel like I have to. It's in proper traditional format. I will be doing that.
He even said that winning teams should go up there and do it as well. Whoever wins for the whole season
Yeah.
for the teams.
Which wasn't a Torque GC. Didn't they win the team for that weekend? And did I hear that was their very first team win?
Yes, you did hear that.
Which is mind-blowing because all of the weeks that Niemann won
Yep.
from the Torque team, they still didn't put together a team win on those weekends.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting.
Mito prayer.
Do you guys want to see the ring he got?
Yeah, please. Yes.
Look at that thing.
That's it looks like your hat over there.
Yeah.
The same logo.
We're
Nice,
about
Rich.
the
Good
same,
call. Now, what I do like about this is that, Rich, I don't know if you saw this come together, but the small ring fits inside the big one. So you can wear both together and they sort of like insert within, or you can pull that second flat ring out and just wear a smaller version to be a little more sleek. But there is a like a little kind of opening along the side of the ring where that one slides in and then you're wearing both together.
So the stand for the golf ball is an actual ring?
Yeah. Yeah, it like slides in and fits within the main ring.
Oh, that's really cool.
In case
Yeah.
you need a place to put your golf ball when it's
Yeah,
just sitting
right.
next to you.
It's
Yeah.
like, is that your ball holder now? Like
It
you know,
is.
your
Yeah.
that can be your marker when you're on the green.
Yeah, well, and the cool thing is, so are most other rings, right? You just set a golf ball in it. But that one also. The fun thing last year, they did the individual championship here in Chicago. I was in the press conference, stuck around, got to see John Rahm win it last year. And as he was walking out of the press conference, I was like, hey, Rahm, like, can I get a close up of the ring? And he's like, heck yeah. And he just holds it out like that. And I've got this like cool close up picture.
That's awesome.
I didn't get it this year, but so all I can say is, though I've never won the ring, I was within 3 feet of it.
There you go.
So that's like second place in terms of ring points.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. I don't know. What do you think that thing costs?
I say
$1 trillion.
I say 10 mil.
10 million for the ring? I have no idea, but I wasn't going to guess that high of a number.
Oh, no. That's maybe 10K.
Okay, I think that's too low. Wow,
Is
we
that
just
too
went to
low now?
too
$10.
insane.
$1 billion.
Okay, 100K.
Because it's not an insane amount of. I mean, it is a lot of diamonds, but it's not like.
Those are black diamonds too.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, then maybe it is more. Than.
Are black diamonds more expensive, or are they just harder when you go skiing?
Huh?
I've never skied in my life.
I
got the joke.
get it.
I don't know. Okay, sorry.
That's the hardest course.
It is. I don't know. I like it. I'd wear it.
All right,
I'd
the
wear it.
2024 ring, so not this year's. The 2024 ring included 5.78 carats of white diamonds, 1.2 carats of natural green emeralds, 84 grams, and 14 karat gold.
I feel like I'm playing Minecraft building that thing.
Worth, well, the ring symbolized metal worth, blah, blah, combined about $14 million for last year.
outta
No way, I was
here.
close.
No.
That's what it says.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I misread that. Combined with the $14 million prize money.
Come on.
My God.
I thought I had a moment.
I got that.
So we don't have an estimate on
No.
the value.
Mm-mm.
Oh, all right. Probably a lot. What do you think? Like, these guys going to the jewelry store, getting their bling.
You know, Ben Baller ain't cheap.
No.
Ben Baller.
Ben Baller. He's the guy. I don't know. Whatever. I want one. I'd even take like a replica. Little cubic zirconia in there.
Yeah, I'd take it. Like the replica, like championship rings.
Yeah. All right, Rich, question. Do you think it's weird when people who have won these like major rings just wear them all the time?
First, I don't think people wear them all the time.
Some people wear them all the time.
All right.
I mean, right? Like, have you seen this where like people are out and about in the regular life? wearing it?
I've seen it, but it's more like I see it at like they'll go to like a dinner or something
Yeah.
and have it on.
They're not like mowing the lawn.
No,
Yeah.
I would wear it all the time. 1,000%.
Yeah, you got like the push mower out, like in the wet grass and it's getting stuck and you're
You got
just like,
the tan line.
I wouldn't wear one.
But I mean, it's always cool. Like when you're a part of a big organization, like when the Cubs won, like so many people, employees of the Cubs actually got a ring themselves,
Yeah.
like the assistant to the media guy who was like posting TikToks, he got a ring, like,
is there like a certain point where it's like, okay, I mean, you didn't like win it.
yeah. But at that point, are you wearing it around cutting the grass? Cause like,
Yeah. You're like, I was third string security at gate L21.
here's my ring.
Here's my ring. I'll never forget. I won it.
My problem is, I mean, the rings are cool and everything, but they're just so big to actually wear.
So
Like,
big.
Why I don't wear my 300, 800 ring.
Is it
Yeah,
big?
that's why.
They're not big like that. They've gotten a lot smaller throughout the years, but it's still like, it's like a mountain.
14.2 mil. Yeah.
Attempts.
If I have $1 million ring, I'm wearing it. Like at least a good amount. Like at least 75% of the time I leave the house, I'm putting it on.
Like going to the grocery store.
Yeah, you
throwing
earned
it
it.
on.
What are people gonna say? Oh, you're wearing your ring?
What a great
I wouldn't-
conversation starter.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, of course, who's not going to bring it up?
Right.
What would be embarrassing is like you win something, get a big ring like that, and they're like, "Who are you?"
Yeah, that is tough. That is tough.
Now, it was a pretty close race in between points between Rahm and Niemann, right? Weren't they
I
pretty
believe
tight
so.
on that? What it kind of finally came down to?
Looking at it right now.
It was not a Scottie Rory situation.
No, it was not. It was a lot closer.
It'll take you 7 years to get enough points.
Yeah. You have to start gambling points to get up to
Yeah,
Scottie's
could you
number.
imagine?
Just-
It's like Jeopardy. Like, how many points do you want to put on your answer?
It was just under
be
three
interesting.
and a half.
3.5 points?
Yeah.
That's not a lot, right? Like,
No.
how many points did they have?
226.16 for Rahm and then 223.68 for Niemann. But then there was a complete drop off. Bryson DeChambeau was in third with 144.74.
Which is
No,
crazy.
that was the Rory drop off.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is, okay, 1 and 2, super close. Like we always say in golf, that's always super close. I didn't realize that Bryson was the third points getter.
I didn't either.
I thought he trailed off like way down there. I had no clue he actually did that well during LIV this year.
Well, I'll tell you who wasn't third, Henrik Stenson.
Oh.
We're into relegation season here on LIV. This is a tough time of year, and it sounds like they are fully enforcing the relegations this year. Last year, Bubba Watson was in the relegation list, and all of a sudden he's playing in January. He's heading down to Adelaide. Sounds to me like this year they are taking it serious. We got serious business on moving guys off the tour, and a couple big names. Henrik Stenson, which we looked up, he got a $50 million payday to make his way over to LIV, and his time is done. And a lot of the news and the talk is around that they really want to, make a push for getting their OWGR points, to get that system in place, get their guys earning points. So they want to be a lot more serious about what it takes to get on the tour, your pathway in, your pathway out. Here's the question I have.
Go on.
All right. So we are going to be very clear on the pathway in. There's qualifying. There's their own version of kind of a Q school kind of a thing. That's what gets you in. You fall below points, you're out. But what if they sign another big name for $400 million like Jon Rahm? There's that third pathway in, as if we pay you a bunch. I'm just wondering if that.
Here's the thing. I think LIV understands if Scottie Scheffler wants to come and play over at LIV, he gets to just play. He doesn't have to, he's already won his way in, whatever you want to say.
He's like, you want me to go qualify?
Right,
okay.
Exactly. No, I think you've qualified.
All right, move over, Henrik Stenson.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
But how crazy is that LIV gambled $50 million on Stenson, and after 3 years, he's gone.
Yeah. I think it proves that they're taking these world golf ranking points very serious.
Facts.
That they're not saying, hey, you know what? Well, kind of like Bubba last year, we invested a lot. He's a big name. He's got a draw. He's a team captain. It would kind of suck to lose him. So let's just unrelegate him.
And FedExCup in 2013.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right. Hypothetical moment right here, right now.
Go on.
I don't think it'll ever happen, but if it were to,
Jordan's the best.
what do you think is the number that it would take to get Scottie Scheffler to go to LIV?
$3 billion.
$3 billion?
$1 billion. If anybody turns down $1 billion, I don't respect them.
Allegedly, didn't Tiger and Rory?
I thought it was like 900 mil, but it might have been.
Yeah, round up.
No, 900 is where I cut it off.
900 I still have respect. It's not even $1 billion.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Like if they said to Scottie Scheffler, here's $1 billion, does he do it?
Well, because here's the thing: when you take a look at Tiger and not doing it, Tiger and Rory probably had TGL kind of in the works already and things like that. So if they go take that payday with LIV, that goes away.
Right.
So how much money are they leaving on the table because they're not going to do TGL now and not do that passion project?
Well, and also you think even through all that time, Tiger Woods was not in competition mode.
Right.
So it's like, I'm going to take the $1 billion and go over there and have to play all 13 events, and probably not do phenomenal and get beat by Henrik Stenson.
Right.
I would
relegated.
Yeah. Well, Tiger Woods getting relegated. Be insane.
Oh, man.
Or he's going to start commentating like Pat Perez,
It's just like him.
Tom Kim.
No, that's Anthony
Oh,
Kim.
yeah. Anthony Kim. Whatever. They're I think they're
Tony.
cousins, right? Tony Kim. He's out though, right?
Yeah.
He's done.
He didn't score a single point.
Is that Tom Kim?
No, it's Anthony Kim. He did not score a single point for the 2 years he's played with LIV.
But he had such a great comeback story. Does that get him points?
I hope. I
It
wish.
should.
Should give him some brownie points.
Yeah, but the points don't matter because he never won.
Yep.
No, you just can't win the whole thing.
Yeah.
You take second, Tommy gets second all day long. Got to win one.
He does take second all day long.
Right?
That's where he's comfortable.
That's proven.
He was in the lead again this weekend.
Don't bring it up. It hurts.
Tommy's not even the most in top 10 finishes.
Who is?
The answer to
Well, Scottie.
I had that pulled up. Well, yes, Scottie is the most in top 10 finishes.
And the most in top one finishes.
Wow, I'm looking at that list. That's nuts.
So Ben Griffin, T2 with Russell Henley.
Really?
Tommy had 50, or not Tommy, Scottie had 15. All right. Ben and Russell had 9.
Okay.
Big number difference. And also remember, we saw Ben, he plays a lot more tournaments than Scottie plays.
Very true. And takes more creatine on the first tee. Yeah.
Show me JJ Spawn.
Rory McIlroy in number 4 with 8. And then we have T8 is after that. There's one. Or no, I'm sorry. I misread it. T5. Tommy Fleetwood, Maverick McNeely, and JT Justin Thomas. Both with all with 7-10s. Then you go down to 6-10s, which is Ludwig, JJ,
Ludwig. Total time saver.
Every
again.
time I say Ludwig.
It's a time saver.
It
We-
is.
Listen,
Exactly.
we got to keep the show moving along.
Cut the souls now.
Yeah, we don't have time. This is Tom Kim.
Cameron Young's in the T8.
OWGR.
Total time saver. Oh.
That one had me when you said OWGR.
Ian Poulter saved it though, right? He kept it.
Yeah,
he kept it in.
He
'Cause
was the final guy.
He had he was dancing on the line, was considered to be below, played some decent golf, saved himself his spot on the
He's
tour.
in this weird in-between line, though. So, there's a safe line.
I think he could be traded,
yeah,
right?
he could be traded, or
That's so weird because isn't he
he
a
the
team,
captain?
A team captain?
Yeah.
It'd be so weird.
Can you imagine just trading captains? Like Brooks is on the
The Majestics or
yeah.
whatever.
So do you guys know how does that trading work with Liv? I don't know.
I don't,
It
but I
hasn't
think we should
happened
figure
yet.
it out because I would love to know who gets first pick, how many
Right.
picks do you get,
Like, is there an owner of each team? Like in baseball, you have an owner of a team, right? Or
Yeah.
in football or whatever.
sure.
Like,
Well, and we know
and then is there a GM and the GM, and then is there
which they do have. They do have there are GMs of these teams now, and all that. But we know early on, Matthew Wolff was on Smash. He was a part of Koepka's team. They didn't get along. Koepka, they had a week where they all played bad.
you gotta go.
He did. They had a week where they all played bad, and he goes, "Let's all get together and we're doing a workout. We're going to boot camp. We're, you know what I mean? We're that." And Koepka has talked about that in the past. When he doesn't play well at the majors, he punishes himself. He goes to his personal trainer, and he just again, we'll talk Biggest Loser workout. Liz is your last chance. He just gets absolutely crushed. And it's sort of his penalty. That's what I deserve. I went out there and played absolute ass.
Yep.
And now I'm going to get my ass kicked. So he took his team through that. And Matthew Wolff was like, I'm done. This is stupid. You suck. This sucks. I don't want to do this anymore. And he wanted out, and Koepka wanted him out. And now he's on the Range Goats.
Brooks is the man.
Dude.
Brooks is the man.
He don't care.
Yeah.
Honey Badger don't care.
I do love that though. I mean, in other sports, other physical sports with these guys, they get their butts kicked. It's we're all running today. Today's a running day. Hey, you know what? Who's talking? Anyone talking? Because if you talk, we're running some more. What'd you say, Matt Wolff?
That's high school sports at its finest.
Oh,
It
dude,
is.
running ladders in football with all the gear on is just awful.
Do you have to run with ladders?
No, you do ladders on with the field. So you go
Nice.
5 yards, 10 yards,
What was that?
15,
What'd you
20,
say?
and you do it for 50 yards.
Doesn't sound fun.
No, it's not.
We did have a 59 this weekend at LIV.
Yeah, we did.
Who was shooting 59?
Who shot?
Was it Muñoz?
Muñoz.
Muñoz.
Shot a 59. If you look at the scorecard, I mean, impeccable. Absolutely beautiful. Do we got a shot of the scorecard anywhere?
No,
Oh.
I'll put it up in post.
All right. Hey, all right. So take a look at this scorecard right there.
Point down usually. Is it
That-
left, right?
Yeah. I got to pull it up real quick, or somebody find it somewhere.
I got it.
I was just looking at it though, and I was just I almost feel like it looks like he's lying when you look at the scorecard. Go ahead, find it, please, for us.
Bunch
got
of
it.
circles, no squares.
Yeah. I mean, just unbelievable. It's just that doesn't look real. Looks like he's at a putt-putt course. And it's I just birdied everything. It's fine. I don't care.
It's like every charity event that you play, and we shot 43.
Yeah.
It's no, Bryson can't break 50 from the Reds, and you're saying you shot 43.
All right, here we go. Look at this. Just look at the circles.
Yeah.
Just circle after circle after circle. It's just that has got to be so electric.
On two,
feeling.
is that shade in? Is that a bogey? Is that how he does his bogey?
No, that's a par.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
yeah.
make it
Straight
dark
green.
gray. It's
I wonder-
sad.
Is that an eraser mark?
I think it might have been. Yeah.
He was just so used to writing birdies. No, don't.
Isn't that typical? A
Is it-
59 has got eraser marks on
Is
the
this a
scorecard.
6 or a 4? I can't see it from this angle.
Well, there's no circle. I assume that's a 6. And then he had 2 bogeys on
That's
there.
a double.
Well,
Is
this is
it?
a double, yeah.
Oh, I was looking at hole 5. You're right. No, it's a par 4. Man. To me, that is the incredible thing about the game of golf is no matter how great you play, you still left some out there.
Right.
Like that to me is like a near perfection round of shooting 59. It's historical, sets course records, and yet he could look at that and go, yeah, but look what I left out there.
Yep.
Like there's always more.
Yeah.
And that is the psychotic part of this beautiful game, that no matter how great you're playing, there is more.
That just makes me want to go back to the FedExCup, and it's any given Sunday, you know,
Any
or
given
any given
Sunday.
4 days, like any given tournament, anybody could win. And, you know, like just makes me even more like happy for this next 30 points, the next 30 players.
This guy isn't just like a random nobody. He's 4th in points.
Oh. And he deserves to win because he won.
Right.
And despite having him and Niemann, I don't think Torque is like, what, 3rd or 4th
Carlos
in
Ortiz
teams?
is an 8th in points.
And they're still not 1st in team. They're like 3rd, aren't they, or 4th?
What's crazy is he's 4th in points and almost 100 behind Rahm.
That's because Mito
Mito's getting dropped.
Pereira is in the drop zone. He only scored 5.1 points the whole season. That's why.
That's absurd. That can drag your team down that much. You got 3 top 8 guys, but one guy gets dropped and you're screwed.
Was that team points we were looking at, or was that overall?
This is individual.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Individual points. He's almost 100 behind Rahm in 4th place.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Like
he beat Rahm in a playoff too for this to win this tournament. Back-to-back playoff losses for Rahm. Chicago and Indy.
can win a tournament.
Yep.
Could
Can win the individual. Yeah.
I mean, so here's the question.
All right.
I'm going back.
Here we go. Rewind the tape.
Am I back okay with Tommy Fleetwood winning it all now that it's just the 30 man? I'm okay with it. I'm changing my answer.
Thank you.
I'm changing my answer.
Rich is on Team Tommy now.
I'm on Team Tommy now. I mean, yeah, because when you go with all of the other sports, have all of the other playoffs, and it doesn't matter. You can be last place. If you get into the show, it doesn't matter. You can still win the cup.
Team Tommy.
Team Tommy.
I feel like we got to touch on this U.S. Amateur that's going on this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Jay Reed, you were pretty pumped up about this.
I mean, the kid's a high school senior.
A high school
That's
senior.
awesome.
He's your age.
Yes, he. No, he's not my age.
Wow.
I'm younger than him, but no.
I love when the little kid over here is making fun of the other
I am
one.
not a little kid. He was deep on the Jordan side, so I don't know if he can.
That's true. You're back in my side.
Yeah, you're old.
But yeah, he comes into the tournament ranked as like the 360th amateur or something. He's the 63rd seed,
362 in
That's
amateur
awesome.
ranking.
second 63rd seed ever to win the U.S. Amateur, and now he's qualified for the Masters.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he's in the Masters, U.S. Open, and British Open. So as an 18-year-old,
What a wild ride. I mean, 362, like who's counting on you?
nuts.
So when you qualify for the Masters, British Open, and all that stuff, does he also get his tour card? So now
No,
he can
because if
play?
you turn pro, you can't be an amateur.
He plays as amateur status. And for
Gotcha.
example, at the Masters, they'll have like the top amateur finisher, which was Neil Shipley last year, not this year. You get to stay in Butler's cabin, like the whole thing. So it's, you basically like are the amateur winner of the Masters, which is super cool. And even the year that Neil won it, he was the only amateur to make the cut. So he had, by Saturday, he had already won it. And now he can just go out and play. And technically you can win the whole thing. You know, he didn't,
Right.
it's fine. But just the fact that of all the amateurs who did make it into the Masters, he was the only one who made the cut. At that point, he will now be standing next to the winner and receiving the amateur award, the whole thing.
How many amateurs make it to the Masters every year? Is there an actual number, or do they just like?
You know, I don't know the
It's like
exact.
there's 20 of you that get to play, or it's like no, there's only there's 10 people that made it well enough.
It feels like it's low, isn't it?
It's
Isn't
small
it like
handful.
Definitely
three?
is slow.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
definitely is low.
Yeah.
I think it's like 2 or 3 or 4 or something like that, but that's a complete guess. So
Dan, you were telling us a crazy story. I don't have the video of the thing you showed us, but the kid that took pictures of Rory and he took his phone was playing in this.
Yes. Oh, I wish I had the name up, but this was a wild thing. A guy kind of put this story together on TikTok, maybe on screen. We can give him credit because I don't remember his channel, but he was talking about, do we all remember the moment where there was a guy kind of heckling Rory and Rory went over and took his phone and leaves with his phone, turns it into security. They kick the kid out. Turns out that the kid is an amateur golfer, ranked, I think, inside the top 100. He was competing to win the U.S. Amateur. And what the guy pointed out, the fact was, there is a chance that had that guy won the U.S. Amateur, he would have got the invite to play at the Masters, and he would have been paired with last year's winner of the Masters, who is Rory.
Oh,
so we
man.
had a chance for all the stars to align from the guy Rory had kicked out of a tour event to be paired with him at the Masters. And I think that would have been one of the most legendary, epic moments in all of golf.
That is so good.
Yeah.
Do we know why Rory was freaking out about him? What the kids said?
He was probably, in a bad mood.
Rory's always in a bad mood.
Yeah.
He's always in a bad mood.
I think it says more about Rory, but
Well, 18-year-old Mason Howell wins the 125th U.S. Amateur at the Olympic Club, and congratulations to you, kid.
So
Coming from way back.
So he's going to be one of 6 or 7 that are get to play in the Masters.
okay.
All right, early predictions right now.
He wins it all.
Oh, okay.
Top amateur. Do you think he's top amateur?
Yeah, that's what I mean. No, he's not winning the actual Masters.
It'd be cool to see that, but I mean, there's probably going to be some guys that are a little bit older.
That's why I'm rooting for him though.
Yeah, come on.
Have a year.
A senior
Dude,
in high
just
school.
Keep it rolling.
Yeah,
Get your permission slip signed.
I'll give him a shot.
When is the Masters?
April.
So school's still in?
No, by the time the Masters rolls around, it depends. Is he a senior now, or
I believe so.
or is he just graduated?
It was listed as high school senior, so I'm assuming because we're about to start school, or I'm sure some kids have started
you're
school.
technically still a high school senior until you start school.
Oh well, then maybe he is. Maybe he's graduated. Then I don't know the answer. To
Maybe
And
he
most
doesn't need a
schools are
permission
back
slip
in.
now.
Yeah,
Well, no, he's 18. You don't need one.
Yeah, he can sign his own permission
that.
slip.
Yeah.
Get his field trip money. Turn in your box tops for
How sick would it be to see an amateur like really, really, really compete? Like I'm talking final group.
Wild.
Yeah. Especially like 18-year-old. Could you imagine?
You
Him
got
and Scottie in a
Scottie
playoff?
and Bryson and Rory trying to repeat, and then you got this guy who's like literally has to like wear a retainer when he's going to sleep.
We'll cry if he loses, probably.
I would.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, Rory cried because he won. It's fine. It's all fine. I don't know. Good for him though. I'm excited. Happy to see it. Good day. Sweet trophy.
Oh yeah.
I feel like the strap on the medal, the medallion there looks a little, I don't know.
Dollar Tree.
Yeah. It's like a
little participation.
It's got a little like Dunder Mifflin kind of vibes to it.
Five Below, maybe.
Yeah.
It looks like a good medal, but definitely at the
I hate that it's like inside out and it's flipped.
Yeah. Dude, like the OCD is just like running wild here. I don't know. I can't handle it. Whatever. What else we got here, boys? Oh, is it that time of the show already? What is going on? Well, I guess it is time for news that is breaking. Thank you. One of my favorite times of year, TGL's on its way back.
Yes.
We got the big announcement this week. Season 2 is officially on the books. Sunday, December 28th. And for the first time, it is headed to network television. We've been watching them on ESPN, ESPN2 all last year. Well, they are taking the top teams. This was the showdown from the championship. They're kicking off the season with a rematch. And we're going to be seeing the Atlanta Drive facing off against the New York GC. I'm kind of excited. It's always fun to see who they pick, who they put in, who's sitting out. Now, here's what I will say. Ricky Fowler's had a big bounce back year.
Facts.
We've seen Cam Young grabbed himself a win this year. JT, big comeback year for him. Oh, my new news music stopped. It's fine. I don't know what happened.
There was music even playing.
Oh, thank you, Rich. It's fine. That goes to show how unnecessary it is, but I'm fine with that. I'm kind of pumped about that. Either way, I was down there a ton last year. I want to be down there a ton again this year. TGL back on the books on network TV. I feel like, there were a lot of comments. People were like, oh, a one and done season for TGL.
No.
I don't think so. No. I mean, we got a team for Detroit that's already signed on. They're going to be joining on next season, season 3. So I see growth. I see expansion.
It's great. You're sitting down there. It's not you're sitting there for 4 hours. It's like an hour and a half, 90 minutes, 2 hours at the max.
Oh, my music randomly started again.
Oh, there we go.
Music?
Nice. Thank you. I think it's a great format. I'm pretty pumped. Taylor Swift just comes smashing into the sports world. No longer is she sitting in the skybox. Now she's on the shows with the big boys. She joins the New Heights podcast and just breaks every single podcast record ever. Just unbelievable. Did you watch it?
No, but I think she's on the show next week, isn't she?
Yeah, we've got Taylor Swift coming on for a very
next week.
Yeah, where we also will get a YouTube live premiere debut of 1.3 million viewers, as well as within 24 hours an episode of 10 million views. And some sources report as many as 13 million views total. We'll have that next week. The episode release triggered explosive growth on Spotify, with overall listenership soaring 3,000%, and female listeners increased by 618%. That's the Taylor Swift effect. Here's my question. If Taylor Swift did her own show, would it just be those numbers every week?
I think so.
Probably.
She's got a cult following, man.
Look at the Eras Tour. It was those numbers every single week, every time she
around
went,
the whole planet.
playing 4 and 5 shows in one city.
It's a lot harder to get someone to go to something than get them to turn it on their phone too.
Yep.
So.
Well, as LIV Golf was in town last week, or the week before, whatever it was, shortly after was followed by the Savannah Bananas. They made their way to town. Josh went and saw him.
Yeah, I went to go see him. Wearing
Josh is
my
a
firefighters merch.
Look at you. He's a banana ball guy. Are you team firefighters now?
No, just my banana stuff was dirty, so I had to improvise.
It's like my master's gear. After I leave, I wear it every day, and I'm pumped. Same thing. I like it.
Those are my seats.
Was it a good time?
Yeah, it was good.
Would you go back?
I would go back.
Well,
but
you can't, because all the games are sold out. So I'm sorry.
Here's what's funny about that picture right there. That is, if you add up every single person that been to every single White Sox game this year, they still don't equal that many people.
That is crazy. Do you think that's frustrating to them at all?
Oh
It
my
is.
goodness.
Or do they try and ignore it?
Oh my
This is,
goodness.
I think it's the first time it's been sold out since the World Series in 05.
Wow.
Last year, they set a record of 17 people in their stadium. For
How
a
many
game.
people were working the 17-person attendance game?
More than 17.
Yeah, way more than
Like,
17.
There were more ball players on the field than there were in the stands.
Like more guys wrapping ankles than
Right.
they had like in attendance.
Now when I look at this picture, I think of your son being like, "Hey, it wasn't that close." When
Oh, dude, he did me so dirty.
Yeah. My son stopped at the studio yesterday and we were telling him he's a big fan of Banana Ball. Josh is like, yeah, look how close I was sitting, and shows him this picture and he's like, you're not that close. I'm like, what do you expect? Do you think he was umping the game? Like, what's closer? There's like 10 rows. Like, what do you want him to do?
Side note, did the guy with stilts pitch?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Was it cool?
Yeah, it was cool.
Could you do it?
No, I'm not
Pitch
that.
with stilts?
I'm not that balanced.
All right. Last but not least, in the breaking news category here on the show, this one hit a little close to home, and I thought it was kind of fun. Brand new reality documentary. Documentary on a reality show. Fit for TV is all about the TV show The Biggest Loser. Many people don't know in the golf world that I was a contestant on season 5 of The Biggest Loser back in 2008. If you can see, I have far fewer tattoos in that because I got that tattoo actually on the show. But they had a sort of a tell-all documentary series that came out. A lot of the producers from the show, it's kind of interesting seeing a lot of the people that I remember from behind the scenes were actually telling the story behind the show. They even had some contestants come back telling their stories. You know, I'm not going to say a ton. What I will say is I felt like a few of them were kind of, I don't know, whining and complaining, but it's fine. You're allowed to do whatever you want. Whatever. We're all big losers. It's fine. It's fine. But I thought it was pretty interesting. Did any of you guys get a chance to watch
I watched
yet?
it.
The whole thing?
Yep.
What'd you think?
I mean,
Because you found the show interesting. Like, didn't you watch it?
I watched the show before you were on it, so I watched it like season 3 and stuff like that. So like,
So as a fan of the show, what did you think of the kind of this behind the scenes look?
I'm thinking this show is completely different from any other show that's ever come out. This is a workout show where the trainers have to be on you. Because if your best personal trainers, they're on you like that. And if you quit on your personal trainer, they're not just going to give up and walk away from you. If they're good, they're going to get on you and yell at you and tell you to do what you need to do to get better.
Well, I thought there was one of the funniest moments. One of the contestants from the show was like, and that was the moment I realized that Biggest Loser wasn't just about losing weight. Loser was like making fun of us. Yeah. That's the double entendre of the name. Like, you've got a bunch of like wicked overweight people who come like waddling on the show. And I'm allowed to say this because I was one of them. So, you know what I mean? Hey, listen, I'm allowed to say this. Yeah, we're losers. Like, we're just like a bunch of super overweight people who don't know what to do and don't know how to eat. And we're just all like out of control. But then you go on the journey of the show and start losing weight. And it sort of has this shift where you become the biggest loser. Like you've lost the most weight. You've done it. You changed your life more than anybody, regardless of how many tour events you've won. You are now the biggest loser. And it is purely by pounds lost and percentage of the whole thing. I thought that was a little wild.
I can't believe that one winner gained all that weight back and more over the years.
Okay. I'm so glad you bring this up. Here's the thing. Every single person who went on the show, in the history of the show, how many ever seasons, was it 16 or 18 or 55 seasons, however long it was, went on the show because they had issues. They didn't know how to control their weight, me included. Again, had no clue how to put all these pieces together and drop the pounds to get yourself back to like a manageable, healthy weight. You go on a show, you get thrown in this environment and you start working out. You know, in the beginning, it's 4 or 5 hours a day. That feels like a million. And as you keep going, it keeps ramping up. You get in better shape. You can do it longer. You know, you're working out 6, 7, sometimes 8 hours a day.
To the point of you guys are waking up in the middle of the night because of competition mode's happening, like working out at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
And we weren't even told to. That was just like the sheer competition. Like the blue team, we're like, okay, there's a weigh-in tomorrow. If we can sneak in one more weigh-in than the other team, we'll sneak out in the middle of the night. And then we just felt like we'd have this advantage in this whole thing. And it's like, but nowhere in there are like the issues addressed that cause those weight problems and the overeating and all that other stuff. And for some people, it's just a lack of knowledge. It's bad habits. For other people, it's deeper issues, and that's how it goes. But the show isn't about solving all those things. It's just about who can work out a ton, lose the most weight, and kind of win this prize of dropping pounds. We all understand that. That's a part of, like, we get that. But here's what I'll tell you. I, for the first time in my life, realized that I have the ability to lose weight, though. Like, that's what it taught me. It taught me that it's possible. I remember there was a moment before I went on the show where I turned over a can of Sprite to see if it had carbs in it. I didn't understand what a carb was. I didn't know, like, you could hand me 2 pieces of food and it was a mystery which one had carbs or protein or fiber or fat. I didn't understand it. So at the end of it, I at least left with this knowledge and this idea of, wow, it's pretty simple. If I look at the food with this new understanding I have of how food works, and then I exercise and move and burn calories, at the end of it, I can then lose weight. Now, when I get back to struggling and putting on pounds and losing pounds, I at least have the tools to deal with it. But there was no point in this game that solved every issue that every single person ever had walking into this. So to look at it and you come back 15 years later and you put all the weight back on, it's like, I get it. Like, I'm sorry. And that's not awesome. And that sucks. And I'm sure you wish that didn't happen, but it's not the show's fault. Like, it's not the show's fault that you were where you were before you got on the show. And it's not the show's fault where you end up 15 years later. And so to me, that has nothing to do with the show. But that was kind of a point that was like being made in this documentary that I myself disagreed with. I just didn't find that to be a relevant point that was being made in this docu-series on Netflix.
Yeah, because it's impossible to replicate your life in The Biggest Loser or at The Biggest Loser Ranch compared to real life when you got to work, because instead of working, you're working out and stuff like that.
I mean, and just like anything, like it's impossible to be a top golfer in the world if you've got to go to work all day and you're going to go try and hit some balls and play a few rounds on the weekend. It's just a different environment.
Yeah. Did you mention you were in it?
In what?
In the show?
Yeah, I think I said that at some point.
A few times.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might have brought that up.
And here's the other thing too, to compound on your point. I mean, this show not only helped hundreds of contestants, right, and there is a portion of them that have kept off the weight, like yourself. Granted, you're not. Nobody's the same weight of their weigh-in day and the finale to where they actually.
I'm human.
Life is.
I still love a good, big greasy burger.
You were like down to like what 178 or something.
And that was my finale weigh-in weight to try and win 100,000.
My mom lost 94 pounds. You lost 136 pounds. I mean, that's awesome. That's life-changing right there. You went from a place of not knowing if I was even capable of losing weight to actually understanding, oh, wait, I can lose weight. And then let's also talk about how many families sat at home and it actually changed their lives. Because you guys gave them inspiration to go and make a change in their lives for the better. Now, granted, they might not have lost 136 pounds, but they were able to get off the couch and start working out and live a more healthy lifestyle. And to have a hit piece go out on the show like that, it's just, I don't know. It's absolutely frustrating.
It's weird. It's weird. And the amount of people that even, along the way were like, wow, Dan, your story was so inspiring or whatever. And it's like, why? Like you're in better shape than I even ever was. That doesn't make sense to me. But the thing that people said over and over, they're like, but everybody has a struggle. Yours was more visible than most, but just because I'm in this shape that you're not doesn't mean I don't have things in my own life that I deal with that plague my mind and all this stuff and lives in my world. So watching you overcome this thing that was visible inspired me to overcome something else that I'm personally dealing with. So that's even the other part. It's like even beyond weight loss. It was inspiring people to just make their life better and proving that people can change no matter how far gone you may seem or feel. I don't know.
It's beautiful.
It is.
It's beautiful.
I could just tell some of the people that were doing the interviews, they seemed like problems.
You're a problem.
I know I am.
They asked the one dude, they're like, would you go back and do it all over again? He's like, no. And I'm like, I would do it all over again. I would sign up tomorrow and the next day and the next day. I would do it all over again. To me, it was one of the most life-changing things I had ever done in my life. I mean, to be 21 years old and get on an airplane and go to California for the first time ever and be put on a national television show and primetime TV, network television, and change your life through all of this stuff, not even just the weight you lose, but like this launch pad where I went out to pursue my music and so many other things. And even where I am right now all stems from this sort of turning point in my life. And it was really interesting. When we were about to start the show, there was a point where one of the creators of the show, JD Roth, he's standing in the room, and this was after they had told us, you guys have made it on the show. You've done it. We all lose our mind. We're crying. We're like, oh my God, we made it. We all calm down, sit down. He's like, I'm going to tell you guys something and mark my words. You, for the rest of your life, will mark this moment and you will refer to it as before The Biggest Loser and after. He goes, because your life changes right now in more ways than you can imagine. But just remember these words, before The Biggest Loser and after, because your life changes now. He was 100% correct. It's just unfortunate that some people allowed that to become a negative thing.
Yep. That
their life did not change for a positive in that before and after moment. And I think that's a personal decision.
Now, Rich, were you on the show? I know. Your guys' brother Joe was on the show. Of course, your mom was on there with you. But did you have, like, when Dan was winning all these Biggest Loser of the weeks, did you ever, or did you get kind of like the short end of the stick on that one?
I wouldn't say short end of the stick. I was like in the background of one of the,
like
the
coming
shows.
home episodes.
Yeah, coming home
where
episodes,
are they
stuff
now?
like that. Yeah, like
waving at the camera.
Joe went out to California and that was cool. But again, it wasn't about me and things like that. It was about the life-changing adventure that my mom and brother went on. And then we also did the Biggest Loser run walk and stuff like that. So I was on some shows as far as that goes and stuff like that. But like, no, it wasn't. I was just a background piece of it all. It wasn't. Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't come to the ranch or anything? Any of that special like treats that he won?
No, I personally had some really cool experiences. I went to Bob Harper's to watch the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so that was a detail that was left out when I said the last Super Bowl I watched with the Patriots and the whole thing, because it was during the season of The Biggest Loser. It was a dark day that was not filming, and Bob invited the blue team over to his house. And Rich and Joe were in town for whatever reason. He's like, well, invite them. And so Bob Harper had all of us over to his house to watch the Super Bowl.
I love Bob.
How great is that? Like, that's a cool dude move.
It is
It's a total cool dude.
And
move.
an all-time Super Bowl. An all-time Super Bowl.
All time.
It was a
Let's go
disappointment that Jillian Michaels decided not to participate in it, because I would have loved to seen her opinion about some of the stuff they were talking about.
I agree. I did think it was cool, though, that Bob was a part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, he played a big role in it. I thought that was fun. I don't know. All right. Well, from big losers to big winners, can we finish off a little bit of Ryder Cup talk?
Yes,
Let's go.
Thank you. It's all I ever want to talk about.
I am excited about this Ryder Cup.
Rich, are you excited about the uniform scheme that has just been released, brought to us by Ralph Lauren? And this is what they put out. What is your take?
It's first time seeing it. I'm actually, it does definitely has a very Ralph Lauren vibe.
Does.
Like you can definitely see that in there. But I mean, if you look at that second short sleeve shirt, that's almost this color scheme that I'm wearing right now.
You know what? Good
Like,
should have done the
exactly right.
Wait, is it Ralph Lauren or Ralph Lauren?
I don't know.
I feel
Whatever
like
you
the
want.
bougie people say
exactly.
Lorraine.
Yeah.
And the people that are less bougie that don't
Ralph
buy it say
Lauren.
Ralph Lauren.
It's definitely Loren. Now that I'm thinking about
yeah.
it, it's for sure Loren.
But no, I'm happy with it overall. I mean, and it looks good. I like the Polo Bear hoodie. That's kind of fun, you know.
All right.
I love the American Eagle that is breasted on the left breast right there on the map jacket. Like,
Let's go young versus old, and we'll head this way. Where are you at on this?
I love it. I think a lot of people hate it online. I really, really like it. I'm not a big fan of that tour brush pullover hoodie. I'm not a big fan of that one. But
That's the young versus old right there.
well, I understand it's like referencing the cup thing or whatever. I just don't think the design looks that great.
I don't know. To me, it looks like a different color of the that solo cup we
That's
all
what we
had.
had.
in the
Literally
90s.
said
That's
that yesterday.
definitely
when
what
we
it
were-
is.
Did you?
Yeah.
The Dixie cups?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it's got total like Saved by the Bell the Max
Yes.
vibes.
Yeah.
That was a show that was on years ago.
Yeah. I've heard of it once or twice.
I don't know. Overall, it looks good.
I really like them. There's only a couple of them where I think like the Saturday one, I feel like that's not flashy enough for a Ryder Cup. You know?
Yeah.
alright, though.
But does it have to be flashy? Like, does a Ryder Cup insinuate flashy?
Right.
And for me, I almost like I like a weird like traditional look to it. I don't know. But that jacket I wanted bad.
Oh, me
That
too.
map
the
jacket.
map
that
jacket?
thing's sick.
Yes, I want that bad.
I want the tour brush pullover. I want the rugby sweater. Those things look sweet.
I love the white collar on the Saturday. I like how it's all plain and then you get the white collar on top.
You know what I really like about the Saturday? That is going to be one of the days that we're just going to dominate.
Yeah.
And we're going to dominate
Yeah.
in that
Yep.
shirt right there.
It's almost like I feel like I remember us dominating in that already.
That's right. Already.
Somebody pointed this out though. They said, "Why do we have USA and flag? Why didn't we go USA or flag and Ryder Cup logo?" And then maybe flag on the sleeve or on the shoulder.
Well,
Do we really need like the redundant, you
Yeah,
know?
and also people are in different comments. I've been looking throughout the past couple days. They don't like the logo, like the A. They're like, why is the A not an A?
like the pyramid A?
Yeah,
I'm with that. I don't like that either. But
yeah. It's almost like it's an Adobe logo.
Yeah. Brought to you by Adobe.
It does look like they have the Ryder Cup patch on the side of Saturday.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do. They were just saying, but for the chest placement, do we need USA
Both.
and flag? You know what I say? USA flag and an eagle. I don't care.
Right.
We're winning.
What if they
picture
made?
of George Washington on the front.
They should have made a U.S. flag shirt where it's just the flag.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
So
It's
the
a lot.
Ryder Cup is 3 days or 4?
3 days.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I wonder, are they going to wear the performance polo at all? That's my favorite one out of all of them.
That might be practice shirt.
I don't know, but the one from the Keegan Bradley picture was supposed to be with just like the thin horizontal pinstripes that Keegan was wearing down there. That's supposed to be the practice polo. So I don't know when the performance polo comes in.
It says Ryder Cup collection.
I think there's multiple
That
because
says it on
there was a
multiple.
thing where we saw Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and
I
that
wonder
polo
if-
was one of them.
I wonder if the ones that aren't labeled Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and all the ones that have the Ryder Cup collection under it, I wonder if you could buy those.
I hope so. I'm going broke. I'm going absolute
How
broke.
much you
at
guys
this
think
merch
that
tag.
jacket's gonna cost?
Question.
Yeah.
More or less than when you're at the Masters?
Oh, whoa. I forgot. We tallied that up.
Yeah, but not including because you did the video for the Masters, so you did buy a few extra
Yeah.
things. So you
Yeah,
gotta
like I'm
take
not going to be
those
getting
out.
like the boxer shorts this time.
Right.
Or am I?
No, you might.
I have the boxer shorts.
Yeah. Well, again, we talked about that. That was because so on your honeymoon, when your pants come off, your
I have to
then
wear-
wife will be
I have
impressed.
to wear boxers underneath those boxers because they fit me like they're shorts.
Do they? It's got suspenders. The boxers, nice. I don't think I'll go as deep as the Masters because my guess is I doubt there's going to be as much. Like I bought a dog leash from the Masters.
Why?
Because I want everyone who even sees my dog to know I've been to the Masters. Okay, it's out of control. I don't know.
Does your dog now have stolen valor for the Masters?
Oh,
No, it falls into the family gifting category.
Fair.
Thank you. Here's what I do want. So as you guys know, I did hit the bag slam where I have all the majors on all the club head covers,
Yes.
but I do have one. I have an alignment stick cover that is it's
Yeah.
I am fingers crossed that there will be some form of a Ryder Cup alignment stick cover
What about
that will complete the bag.
What about iron head covers?
No, I
even maybe
I
if it's like a
don't think
little
I
like
will.
knit stocking, you know, kind of the blue, white, red, kind of like with the little like the tally tassel on
Yeah.
top.
Well,
you
just get
know.
more
Do you-
clubs for it.
Do
That's
you
a
have
solution.
do you have an iron that you rarely use? Like
No iron covers.
or do you use
I mean, I would say I hit my 4-iron the least.
put
no
a cover
iron
on it.
covers.
Put a
No,
cover
I'm not
on it.
doing iron.
No
covers.
iron
What's so
covers.
wrong with the cover?
Go back to bowling. No iron covers.
There's rules. There's
Do
certain
you
rules of
bowl
golf.
with a neon pink ball?
I used to.
Never mind.
It used to be
Alright,
my
fair.
spare ball.
Fair. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
He's over here playing cosmic
yeah.
bowling over here. Like,
How do you argue against
you
that?
know,
I
like,
actually
all right,
hate cosmic
yeah, let's
bowling.
get-
Thank you very much. I
Obviously
can't see
not.
the lane.
All right, let's run through the auto bids because they are officially locked in for the 2025 Ryder Cup. Of course,
I am so excited about this. This is going to be amazing.
the number one and only Scottie Scheffler. We got JJ Spawn, Xander Schauffele, Russell Henley, Harris English, and Bryson DeChambeau locked. There's no questions asked. There's no subbing them in and out. Unless, you know what? I'm not even gonna say hypotheticals why one of them wouldn't make it. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna put that evil out into this universe.
Facts.
Those guys are making it no matter what. We're still on standby on captain's picks though. That is yet to be determined. Keegan Bradley does still have some decisions to be made.
Do we know when he's making the decision?
I don't. Does he have a deadline?
I think it's like a month before.
Honestly, he's coming up.
That's
So it's
getting
after
close,
the
yeah.
Ryder Cup? Or I'm sorry.
Probably before the Ryder
I
Cup.
meant FedEx
Yeah.
Cup. After the FedEx Cup?
I think it would behoove him to maybe see like one last chance to see how everybody does. I mean, here's the thing: when Scottie wins it, he can't repick him, but you
Right.
know.
And it's 2 days away. I don't think he's going to make the pick in the next
Yeah.
2 days. So
Plus, he's like
probably-
playing in it. You know, he's
yeah. True.
doing his homework.
So looking at some numbers here
Yeah.
of who we have where. 7. So we got the top 6 locked.
Locked.
7, Justin Thomas. We no for him.
Yeah.
He's in.
I think so too.
I think.
How do you not take JT?
I think because he has such history and legacy in the Ryder Cups.
Yep.
As well as the fact that he belongs there points wise.
Yep.
I think on both categories, he's in.
You still see a ton of JT Ryder Cup highlights.
Oh, they're the best
All
ones
the
to
time,
watch.
yeah.
The best ones.
And I think he's got such a good personality. I think he's good in the locker room. I think JT's definitely locked.
Easy.
All right, number 8, Colin Morikawa.
I feel like he's going to be in. I do. I really do.
That was not as confident as JT.
No,
It
it's
was an
not.
Instantaneous.
Well, who's
lock.
going to caddy him?
Well, here's the thing. If we're gonna say there's
Great point.
literally one of 75 new caddies he hasn't used yet this year.
Keegan Bradley's got to do extra work to find this man a new caddy.
Here's why I
Is he going to
think
get Scheffler's caddy from last week?
Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
Kirk's not making the Ryder Cup.
Michael.
deepening the experience pool. Colin Morikawa.
Yeah, I like it.
I think, there's a point where like you do need some guys who have been here. Act like you've been here kind of a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, because nerves are a real thing
Yeah.
for sure.
Understanding these formats, everything that goes into it. I mean, obviously, these guys all talk about it. It's one of the most important events of the every other year.
Right.
But it's also for them, it means so much to be picked.
Yep.
The sights, the sounds, the whole thing. And to have somebody who's kind of been through it, it's got to help.
Number 9, Ben Griffin.
In.
Yeah.
Yep.
And,
I think he's in.
and
Fresh blood.
Oh, it's a solid.
I
in.
think he's full
That's
in.
as solid as JT.
Because-
so you're thinking Ben before Morikawa.
Yeah, because go back to the list of the top 10 finishers.
Yeah.
And we don't see Morikawa in that list that you mentioned, but we do see Ben Griffin very high up.
Yes.
So-
Back on that list, Ben Griffin was T2 with Russell Henley.
I totally think so. I think
He's playing well.
he's having a moment.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's definitely cops.
Oh,
Or-
there's a
or-
fire truck going by. I was making sure it's not downstairs. Is it? The studio's on fire. To me, I don't know. I think Ben Griffin's a lock. He's got it. He's playing fantastic, even if he ODs on creatine.
Even if you Morikawa will give him, hey man, Lay off that creatine.
Yeah, maybe
I
maybe
said, nah, bro.
shake the water bottle up a little more.
And then here comes Scheffler with more.
Number 10, Maverick McNeely.
No.
He was up there on the top 10 finish as well, wasn't he?
T5.
Yeah.
I know.
With 7 top 10s.
I know. I don't know. I'll put a pin in him. Who else?
Number 11, who just dropped 1 point. He was 10 last week. He's now number 11, Keegan Bradley.
Keegan Bradley's in.
No.
You don't think he's going to be a player captain?
Nope.
What are you talking about? Why? Because Rory?
Nope.
Well, then why?
What do you mean because Rory?
I feel like
Wait, hold on. What do you mean because
So there
Rory?
was a question in a press conference last week where they asked Rory if he would ever consider being a player captain. And he said, I've been asked. And I said, no. He goes, I don't think you can do it. I don't think you can successfully do a good job at both at the same time.
He was also talking about the future.
No, he said he's already been asked.
No, I if we rewatch that clip, I think he kind of specifies and he talks about future Ryder Cups, him being a player captain. I don't think he talked about the past. I could be wrong.
In my interpretation of it, he goes, I've already been asked, and I said no.
We have a duel.
Yeah. Either way, whenever this clip rolls, we'll know.
Clip right now.
Yeah.
I have
Here,
a
let's
feeling,
give 2 reactions. See, I knew I was right. Now here, you do yours.
I have a
See, I
feeling
told
he's-
you.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he's picking 2 people over him.
My thing is, like, unless there was somebody that was just below him or just outside of the top 12 that was like, oh, it's really hard to leave him out, then how do you not pick yourself if you're at 10?
Yeah. I mean, he does have
But
wins.
he's at 11.
Yeah. Oh, he's at 11 now.
That's the thing.
Oh, okay.
Because Maverick McNeely just stepped up 1 point and Keegan Bradley's now 11.
What's the gap between Keegan and like 12, 13, 14? Is it big?
89-13, 84-13, 74-66. That's 10, 11, 12.
I feel like anyone above Keegs has got an automatic spot.
That's Ryder Cup. It does not just give you the top 10.
I know. I'm not.
Because it is 10, right?
No, it's 12.
12. Right?
Then we're sitting pretty.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
He's
No,
done.
we're sitting pretty then.
He's totally
I thought it was
in.
10.
No, it's 12.
Well, yeah. So then he's sitting at 11.
There's
Yeah.
no debate if he's in the top 12. In my opinion, there's no debate.
So then you have number 12 who just moved up a point, Brian Harmon. He's sitting at 12.
So many waggles.
Do we want to watch that whole tournament?
No, we don't.
I've told the story and I'm going to tell it again. Ryder Cup in Rome. Who do we just say? Brian Harmon. Brian Harmon hits one way right, and he's coming over by the crowd, right up by the ropes. And some guy dressed in all American gear comes over and he's like, Brian Harmon, let's see some waggles. It's like, who says that? Yeah, let's see some waggles.
Oh man,
That's crazy to
so
say.
good. That's awesome.
Who else we got? Anyone
All right,
else?
so 13, we're at Andrew Novak.
Here's what I do think will be tough. I think it will be tough, though, for Keegan to skip anyone above him while picking himself.
Oh, that won't happen. I don't think there's any
So as long because Keegan's in the 30, right?
In the 30,
He's playing this weekend.
He's playing this
oh,
weekend.
yeah.
So as long as Keegan doesn't finish 29th or 30th,
Yeah.
like,
well, I thought points were done now.
are they?
Well, the auto locks are auto locked, but does that affect these other just sort of counting points within the
I mean, I think Keegan's in.
I think he's in.
Keegan's in.
But I just think it's a weird move if he skips anyone who's before him when picking himself.
He doesn't seem like the guy who would do that, in my opinion, but I don't know.
Hey, I don't see him not picking the people above him.
Because I feel like he'll be so nervous to be scrutinized over the fact that, let's say he doesn't do phenomenal and you skip the guy who was potentially ahead of you in the Ryder Cup
Which
rankings.
makes McNeely a lock then. If by that
I
logic.
know, which is weird.
Yeah.
To me, I don't feel like he's a lock in terms of a pick, but I feel like in terms of the dynamics of this player captain scenario, that might lock him.
What if
Go on.
he drops a McNeely and a Harmon and throws 2 other players in there, keeping himself and then adding 2 other players?
Do we got any good looking?
I mean, how about Cameron Young? He's 14th overall right now. How about Patrick Cantley, 15 overall? I mean, I feel like Patrick Cantley's gotta pull in somehow.
I feel like it's going to be Cantlay and Wyndham.
No, Wyndham. I think Wyndham is a
he's
guaranteed no.
He's 17.
You know?
I just think, in my opinion, I think he's a guaranteed no.
He's 17th.
Yep. You got Sam Burns is a 16.
I would take
Lucas
Sam Burns
Glover,
over
Wyndham Clark.
Yeah.
especially with everything that happened this year with the
Yeah,
locker. I think
manly.
you're giving
And
me
ranked, and ranked 19 overall is your favorite.
Akshay.
Not a chance.
He's
Not a
He
chance.
needs a
Not
few
even
hole-in-ones
a
this
chance.
weekend, I think.
Not a
They'll be lucky to get a
chance.
Ryder Cup hat.
Yeah.
Tony Finau sitting at 24.
Would be fun.
Anything below that, I think, is none.
We have Ricky Fowler 30.
Mm-mm.
I just
That's
think
a reach.
it is.
I mean, Ricky's not playing this weekend, right? He's out.
He barely missed. Like
Yeah.
he missed it like on the final stretch of Sunday.
Yeah.
But he is really at a bounce back.
Yeah.
Our guy Ricky,
Yeah.
lugging around that Cobra staff bag just like us.
Love it.
Yeah. What I will say is the team will probably be locked in by the time we have this tournament coming up in Napa.
Yep.
Because Keegan has declared that they have a warm-up tournament for the Ryder Cup team.
Which would be Napa.
However, it is a PGA Tour event, which means Bryson DeChambeau does not get to participate in this Ryder Cup team warm-up event. Now,
Does he
Bryson,
go and like cheer along the side? Like, is he just, standing behind the white rope and like, come on, Keegan, that's a great shot there. Like,
Rory comes over and takes his phone. Could you imagine?
He goes, let me get a celeb shot out there.
Yeah. So this has been a little controversial. Bryson came out and said that LIV has approved it. They said that they will allow him to play an outside of tour event. However, the PGA Tour said we will not allow it and we will not accept him into this outside of a tour event. And Keegan Bradley expressed frustration. He said the U.S. Ryder Cup captain Keegan Bradley publicly expressed his disappointment, saying the situation is out of my control and emphasized that the Ryder Cup should rise above tour politics.
So true.
I mean,
true.
Listen, but then it's a slippery slope because then we need Wesley Bryan and all these other guys to come back and not be banned from the tour. I don't know.
No, Wesley Bryan's not playing in
has
the Ryder
nothing
Cup.
to do with this. It has nothing to do with
I
this.
agree he should be back, but
Yeah.
it's nothing to do with
Do you know
this.
what I could see? Because he's playing pretty decent golf, and he would be probably the last spot. Phil.
Phil Mickelson?
Would
Yeah.
be legendary.
What rank was he in LIV?
20, I believe.
20?
Or 25. He was 20 or 25.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
It'd be fun.
I would
but-
even love to see like Phil in like the captain team. Captain,
Yeah, so there we
assistant
go.
captain.
I would love that. I think that's great.
Caddy for Colin Morikawa. Listen, there's a lot of places.
Open positions.
Yeah. It's tough. It's unfortunate. I mean, it would be great to see the boys all together, playing some golf, warming up, getting geared up out in Napa, having a couple Chardonnays.
When is that tournament? Do you know?
Because
Because that's basically going to tell us our date of when we're going to know the team, essentially.
I think it's the second weekend in September.
Okay.
It's the week after the Walker Cup, I believe.
So we should be a week or two away from hearing that team now.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be electric.
Hopefully it's before Tuesday.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's enough. Ryder Cup just around the corner.
It's gonna be so good.
Under over. What am I spending?
Do we remember what your tally was for?
I think it was like 2,800 at Masters,
Let's
but
go
I
2,500 up.
Under. I'm taking the under.
I'm taking under.
I'm taking over.
No. I have no anticipation.
I think you can break $1,000.
I think you might be.
I think
Yeah, I
that's
think-
that's
yeah,
about where you're
honestly,
gonna
I agree.
hover.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that there's
think-
not as much stuff as you think. I'm going to go 850.
Here's what I'll tell you: the Ryder Cup in Rome had one of the biggest merch stores I've ever been to,
Oh, yep. 2,500.
but there wasn't a ton of like stuff I really wanted.
Okay.
It was like Adidas made all of their polos and then Nike made all their polos. It was like the Masters was different. Like, I don't know. It's like you can get like ties and like, it's just like everything. It's like suspenders and belts and everything. All right. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Thousands to guess. We'll see what happens. Who knows? All right, guys. That's it. We're done. No more for this week on the Dad's Golf World Show. Brought to you by the one and only Rich. You want to give it to us?
Sports Illustrated.
Thank